Triton Nation, welcome to your home broadcast of the Iowa Central Tritons football team taking on the conference rival, Ellsworth Panthers of the ICCAC. I'm Hank Ambrose. Pleasure to be with you today for this broadcast. Shout out to Rusty back in the truck for getting us on air here at YouTube. And shout out to the band and cheer team as well. Just saw them welcome in the Tritons as we will go ahead and get into our Triton statement in just one moment as well. I'm Hank Ambrose with you. Iowa Central Tritons coming into this one 2-5 on the season. The Ellsworth Panthers are 0-6. Let's talk about the Iowa Central Tritons and how they got to this point. So the Iowa Central Tritons opened up their season Saturday, August 24th at Community Christian in Michigan, and they got a victory there, 56-7. After that, they went on a run of just one possession losses. It's been that type of season for Iowa Central where they've played really, really well, but they just haven't been able to pull away with the victory. This is what I'm talking about. Saturday, September 7th, Highland Community College. They lost 14-13 at Hutchinson Community College, which is the number one team in the nation right now. They lost 33-30 in overtime. And then the number two team in the nation, they had the following week. They lost to Iowa Western Community College at home by 7 points, 41-34. And then they also lost to Dodge City Community College 25-24 as well. We have the national anthem out here in person, so I'm going to go ahead and take a break for this pregame show, but I'll be back right with more right after this for the national anthem. The Triton Marching Band. Tritons will be welcomed onto the field in just a little bit here. Continuing our pregame show, continuing to talk about the Iowa Central Tritons and how they got to the record they have right now. So like I said, they went on a 4-game losing streak all throughout the month of September where they lost to multiple ranked teams just by one possession. We just got done talking about Iowa Western Community College. They lost at home 41-34. Again, Iowa Western currently ranked at number 2 in the nation. They also lost at Dodge City Community College 25-24. Then they brought it back home where they beat College of DuPage 35-30. Most recently on homecoming night last week, they lost to Coffeyville Community College 31-20. Today, they have another ICCAC rival, the Ellsworth Community College Panthers. Panthers have struggled on the season. We'll get into some of their team needs and statistics in just a little bit. In the meantime, what you can know is Iowa Central is 2-5 heading into today. Continuing to talk team stats for the Iowa Central Tritons, they're averaging 30 points a game, 355 yards per game. That's 237 yards passing and 117 yards rushing. Passing-wise, they are averaging 12 yards per completion. They have 14 passing touchdowns on the season, despite playing 5 different quarterbacks on the season. 5 different quarterbacks, 14 passing touchdowns. That's mighty impressive. That shows how deep this quarterback room is. When you speak about rushing, as I previously mentioned, 117 rushing yards per game. That's 3.7 yards per rush. The Tritons usually get up in that 5 yards per rush, 6 yards per rush range season by season. So that's down a little bit this year. They're going to want to improve that. Their rushing touchdowns are at 12. First downs, 127 heading into the game today. They have 40 rushing first downs and 71 passing first downs. Just 2 weeks ago, it was more of a 50-50 split. It's now starting to get carried away. More passing first downs we've seen made by the Tritons than rushing from the past 2 weeks. First downs per game, they're averaging 18. That's 6 better than Ellsworth. Third down conversions and first down conversions are two things that they do want to improve on. They're just at a 26 conversion percentage, 26% when converting on third down. That's 25 of 95 heading into the game today. For fourth downs, they're at 39%. That's about 13% better than Ellsworth. Those official numbers, 9 out of 23 fourth down conversions they've been able to get. Their kick return average continues to be 19 yards per return. Their punt return is at 15. Field goals, they're 6 for 10 heading into today's game. They would also like to improve their red zone percentage. They're 9 for 18, right at 50% when it comes to red zone touchdowns. The Tritons have started to walk on the field. They are wearing their beautiful new gray and Triton blue uniforms today. Man, I love these jerseys. They've been able to bring out a few new jersey combinations this season, and this is one of my favorites. Here come your Tritons, storming the field, ready to burn the boats against the ICAC rival Ellsworth Panthers. Again, we'll be talking about them more in just a little bit. More on this Triton team and some of the things to expect in the pregame heading into this. This is a team that has created a lot of turnovers. Coach Conley, Coach Young, Coach Don, all these guys got to be really impressed by this defense. They've been able to force 13 turnovers on the season, 6 of them fumbles, 7 of them interceptions. They're one of the best teams in the nation when it comes to forcing turnovers. They also have pretty good numbers when it comes to sacks. They're not at the top of the food chain, but they have 19 heading into the game today. We'll go over starting lineups in just a little bit as well as your team captains take the field against the Ellsworth captains. We'll make sure to see who wins the coin toss there. Your starting quarterback today will be Ty Purdy. His numbers heading into the game today, he is 22 of 41 attempts. He's thrown 1 interception. That's a 53.7% completion percentage, 276 passing yards heading into today's game, and 3 passing touchdowns. Sincere Bowers will lead the backfield. He's got 83 rushing attempts on the season. He's had 459 rushing yards heading into the game today. He also has 5 rushing touchdowns. Sincere Bowers is also your receptions leader on this Triton team. He has 21 receptions, 1 more than Jalen Luth, who is injured, who will be out the rest of the regular season. We hope he gets well and returns sometime soon. Now, leading as far as receiving yards are concerned, Austin Ayobamidele. Now, he is questionable today. He has 274 receiving yards, which again leads the Tritons heading in today. He is questionable. We will see if he suits up. When you talk about defense, you got to bring up Jawarren Corbin, who has 21 solo tackles, also leads the Tritons with a total of 46 total tackles. Ishmael Conte also is up there with 38 and 18 solo tackles. Those guys have been phenomenal on defense this season. The coin toss just happened. Tritons won the toss. They deferred. Ellsworth elected to receive. Ellsworth in the white tops and black bottoms. Tritons in the gray from head to toe with that Triton blue. So we will see the Ellsworth offense first coming up in just a little bit. Since we'll be seeing the Triton defense take the field first, let's go over that Triton starting defense. Starting at defensive end, Joseph Shannon. Defensive tackle, Howard Brown. The other side, Patrick Brown. Outside linebacker, A.J. Russell. Ishmael Conte. Mike linebacker, Sam Hauser. Strong linebacker will be Jawarren Corbin. Cornerback 1 will be Logan Sieverding. Cornerback 2, Gadarius Williams. Free safety, Caleb Moore. And strong safety today will be Aiden Burrell for the Iowa Central Tritons. Ellsworth has struggled on the season. They are 0-6 heading into today. They are coming off of a 39-15 loss at Dodge City Community College from last week. And they're not 100% sure on who will be starting at quarterback today. They have 3 different options. I wanted to run through them before we see who takes the field for the Ellsworth Panthers. That's Kellen Cockrell, Stephen Working, and Gabriel Robinson, all with different styles of play. So that can be hard to scout against with saying that Ellsworth has struggled on the season, just 195 yards per game. That's 92 yards passing, 102 yards rushing. This Ellsworth offense has only been able to reach the red zone 6 times on the season, so they're looking for an answer in offense. Let's see if they can do it to begin the game. And here's a Triton kickoff. Boom, all the way down. We are in Dodger Stadium in Fort Dodge, Iowa for the ICCAC Showdown today. Iowa Central Tritons hosting the Ellsworth Panthers. And if you just joined us again, I'm Hank Ambrose. I'll be with you for the play-by-play coverage the rest of today. And Athletic Director Coach Twait will be joining us later today in the third quarter, I do believe. So make sure you stick around, not just for this broadcast and the game, too, of course, but also for Coach Twait joining us. So that returns will set Ellsworth up at the 27-yard line for the Panthers. All righty, here we go. Ellsworth comes out onto the field with the number 12 at quarterback, which is Stephen Working. Stephen Working gets the start today at quarterback, 6 foot tall, out of Tampa, Florida. Let's see how he does. There goes that Triton cheer calling on for Big Blue. Working starts off with a deep shot in double coverage, almost picked off for the Iowa Central Triton there. Logan Sieverding, see him there, the number 21, lurking for the ball. He went up for it, but could not end up grabbing it. It looked like the center judge ended up losing his penalty marker on the play as well. He ended up picking it up. 2nd down and 10 now. It is a beautiful day for football here in Fort Dodge at Dodger Stadium. There's some renovations being made to the stadium. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for a quick slant route on the left side of the field. If you decide to make your way out to Dodger Stadium for this ICCAC matchup, just know that over on that south side entrance, it will be closed, so you're going to want to come in more so on the north side. We got a packed house today for Iowa Central, and more are shuffling in. I can see there's still a line outside. We appreciate all your support coming out to cheer on the Ellsworth Panthers and the Iowa Central Tritons. Here we go, 3rd down and 10. To get us started here, looking back to pass, Working, scrambles, he will roll right, has a man open downfield, but just goes a little too wide with it, throws it out of bounds. 3 and out will be the start for this Ellsworth team. And they will look to punt. And the Tritons will bring back the number 19 back there. That's Malik Miller. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the wrong side. That's Tyreek Thorpe, who again has been averaging around 15 yards per return. Let's see what he does here. Tyreek Thorpe will call for a fair catch, looking at about the 35-yard line, and he catches it clean, had to lunge for it. It'll be 1st and 10 for ICCC, starting at the 35-yard line on their side. Again, the Tritons in the gray and blue, Panthers in the white tops and black bottoms. We appreciate you joining the broadcast here. For all home broadcasts, you can be right here on our YouTube channel at Triton Nation. Iowa Central will begin in the pistol today. We'll be going over their offensive starters in just a little bit. And handing off right, Sincere Bowers will bounce it, and he will be stopped 2nd and 10, going to stay at the 35-yard line. Now, earlier I said Ty Purdy was going to be starting. That's what I had on my 2 deep. Possibly that was their original plan. But Dallas Saucer is in at quarterback. Dallas got some time last week against Coffeyville and even threw his first touchdown as an Iowa Central Triton in Dodger Stadium. Now, if you were listening to the broadcast last week, that pass goes incomplete. If you're listening to the broadcast last week, you know that Dallas went to Ames High School and he set the single game passing record for high school football in the state of Iowa. And one of the matchups he would see would be against the Fort Dodge Dodgers here at Dodger Stadium. Now he's playing in Fort Dodge for the Iowa Central Tritons. 3rd down and 10 from the 35-yard line. The lefty quarterback is with Sincere Bowers to his left. Back to pass, looking right. Dallas steps up, pressure coming in, and there is a sack from the 92. The big fella, David Petway, out of Fort Walton Beach, Florida. That's a good start for this Ellsworth defense. And with the 3 and out, we didn't get a chance to go through those offensive starters. We'll be sure to go through them the next time the Tritons take the field. Back to return for the Ellsworth Panthers, standing at the 25-yard line, I believe, is Nigel Cheeks. Tritons looking to go back to punt. Standing back at about the 18-yard line. The punt is up, heading back, crossing the 50, past the 35-30, down to the 27. Cheeks makes his first man miss, tries to go with the end around, could not get it done there, and Ellsworth will set up on their own 30-yard line. That tackle was made by the number 10 on the Triton side, Samuel Hauser. He'll be playing special teams and defense today, starting defense. All right, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for Ellsworth. We just got started here in Fort Dodge. 13 minutes, 11 seconds are on the clock. Each team has all 3 timeouts remaining. From the gun, Ellsworth will hand off and wrapped up. Tackle for loss coming up for Iowa Central. The first Triton there appears to be Howard Brown of Kansas City, Missouri. And yes, it was. He's getting a start today on the defensive line. Here comes a 2nd and 11 from the 29-yard line. Good start for this Triton defense as well. 2nd 11. Beautiful day for football. There's not much wind. It's just gusting about 5 to 10 miles per hour, going back and forth between north and south. If there's any changes, we'll be sure to let you know. Carry that time. Looks like no gain. 3rd and 11 coming up for this Ellsworth offense. And it looked like Conte was the first Triton there on the tackle. And I actually heard Brownie, our PA man, award Joseph Shannon, who is there on the tackle. So they'll give the tackle to Shannon officially. And they'll also give him 1 yard. So 3rd down and 10 from the 30-yard line. From the gun. Working, rolling right. Evades pressure. He might keep it. Tucks it and runs. Here come the Tritons looking to get a stop. It takes 4 or 5 Tritons to bring him down. He eventually falls after the gain of 6. 4th and 4 coming up. Looks like Ellsworth will send out their punting unit again. And I believe Twan Wilson was the first to get there. 11 and a half minutes to go. It's 4th and 4. Ball on the 36-yard line on the Ellsworth side. Ellsworth starts with 2 3 and outs. Ball's on the ground. Punter still able to get it up and away. And Tyreek Thorpe will just stay away from it. It'll go out of bounds near the 39-yard line where the Tritons will take over. That was a nice play by Ryan Sinnott of Centerville, no, that's right. Ryan Sinnott of Centerville, Iowa, who is listed as a wide receiver, also punting today for Ellsworth. And officially starting on the 39-yard line is IC3. 1st and 10. Tritons come out in the gun to start this drive. Bryce Anderson is lined up just left of the left tackle. Doubles right. Here's a man in motion. Here's a handoff. Zone read. Bowers going to be tackled after the gain of 1. 2nd down and 9 coming up. So your Iowa Central Tritons starting offense today. Dallas Saucer, a quarterback. At running back, Sincere Bowers. Wide receiver, Dalen Houston. Dom Brown. Akili Maddox. Your starting 3 receivers today. Bryce Anderson also getting the start at tight end. I've yet to see Austin Iobamadele. He was questionable today. I'll let you know if I see him check in. At left tackle, Caden Mason. Left guard, Alan Pond. Center, Joseph Calise. Right guard, Maishawn Turner. And right tackle will be Chigozie Okiki. Here go the Tritons. They'll swing it out right. Tritons will have a 1st down after the yak. And they'll set up 1st and 10 from the Ellsworth 45-yard line. And I do see Ayobamadele in the game. He's on that near side of your screen, closest to the camera there at wide receiver. Tritons get back into their next series. From the gun, Twins on each side. Back to pass, looking left. Pump fake, then firing downfield. And right between the numbers, that's a touchdown. Good for 44 yards. Trying to catch the number to see who it was. Is it the 10 or the... It's Dalen Houston. Give him a 44-yard receiving touchdown from a deep streak route. Dalen Houston scores. And again, Dallas Saucer showing off the arm strength and the accuracy too, hitting him right in between the numbers. 10 minutes on the clock, 6-0. Here comes the PAT. And the kick is up. It's good. 7-0 the score. We're going to go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout. And I'll be right back with your play-by-play coverage right after this on Triton Nation.
For trusted work on your next project, choose Rash Construction. A third-generation, family-owned company, Rash Construction has been proudly serving Fort Dodge and surrounding areas for 70 years. We specialize in excavation and grading, site utilities, site planning and development, and GPS grade control. From private and public projects to larger-scale commercial projects, we have the knowledge, experience, and technology to get the job done right. Rash Construction. Safety first, last, and always.
We're CJ Bio. In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant in North America right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in lysine production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
Triton Nation, back to your action here at Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Iowa Central just scored off of a 44-yard streak route. Dalen Houston got the grab. That came from Dallas Saucer. He gets his second touchdown of his college career in Dodger Stadium. Ellsworth takes over, 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Cheeks made another man miss before being tackled on the right side of the field. Ellsworth going from right to left of your screen. Poor snap goes through the hands of Working, and Working has to go all the way back to bring it back in and keep it with the Panthers. That's going to be a loss of near 20 yards. Second down and 29 officially. This is the first full season for Coach Matt White as the head football coach of the Ellsworth Panthers. And Ellsworth has a switch at quarterback, it appears. Kellen Cockrell comes in, and he will hand off his first snap. He hands off to the 20, Calvin Swinney of St. Louis, Missouri. 3rd down and very long coming up. This Triton defense has had a great start today. After the gain of 4, 3rd down and 25 is the official call on the field. Tritons will keep one deep safety all the way back there. Make sure nothing goes over the top. That's Burrell Warfield, who's going to be standing around the 35-yard line. Got to get to the 37 for a first down. They're looking long, going deep. Corner route. No one there to make the play for Ellsworth. Tritons had 2 guys over there. Brought down by Caleb Moore. Nice deflection. Also there in coverage, I believe, was Wilson. Eight and a half minutes to go. 7-0 is the score. Another 3 and out for this Ellsworth team. They'll be punting from their own end zone. The punt is short, went straight up in the air. It's going to be around 30-yard line. They'll take a Ellsworth bounce. 1st and 10 for Iowa Central coming up, starting at the Panther 36-yard line. So 3 straight 3 and outs for this Ellsworth team. on offense. Let's see if they can get any gusto going on defense. Tritons have looked solid from the get-go. Again, Iowa Central starting on the Panther 36-yard line officially. And now Ty Purdy will take the field. Anderson goes in motion, shifting to the right, handing off to a new back, Anthony Hall of Salem Lakes, Wisconsin, takes the carry there. Gain of 5 yards, 2nd and 5 coming up from the 31-yard line on the Panthers side. We're under 8 minutes to go here in quarter number 1, 7-0. If you just joined us, I'm Hank Ambrose with you for the play-by-play coverage. I'll be with you all of today. Athletic Director Coach Twait will be joining us in the third quarter on commentary. Ty Purdy looking to air it out now to the end zone. What a great pass. Right in the breadbasket. Drifted right over the head and right into the arms of the intended receiver that time. That is a touchdown, good for 31 yards. And that score made by the guy that was questionable to play today, Austin Iobamadele. Good for 6, 13-0. PAT coming up from Gustafson. Had it right down the middle last time he took this. See if he can do it here. Kick is up, and it is good. 14-0 is the score. Tritons strike early, keeping the first quarter hot. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and be right back with more football right after this on Triton Nation.
For trusted work on your next project, choose Rash Construction. A third-generation, family-owned company, Rash Construction has been proudly serving Fort Dodge and surrounding areas for 70 years. We specialize in excavation and grading, site utilities, site planning and development, and GPS grade control. From private and public projects to larger-scale commercial projects, we have the knowledge, experience, and technology to get the job done right. Rash Construction. Safety first, last, and always.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
Triton Nation back to the broadcast. Swinney on the return could not corral the kick coming down. Got him right in the chest. It bounced about 7 yards in front of him. He was able to jump right back on the ball. So Ellsworth starting again in compromised field position. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line for the Panthers. They're trying to get something going on offense. They've had 3 straight 3-and-outs. They will hand off here back to Swinney, who just returned it. Looks like he'll be stopped maybe for a loss of 1, if certainly a gain of nothing. 2nd and long coming up. And that was Taylor Schaefer, who I believe made the tackle. Yeah, Taylor Schaefer coming in hot, getting the tackle this time. Schaefer did not get the start today, but already with an early solo tackle. Oh, you know what? They did give him a gain of 1 yard. I was thinking it was dead for no gain, but that's okay. Going back to it, brought down again near the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 coming up. They hand it off again to Swinney, an inside zone, looking to create something. And that was Ishmael Kante getting the tackle that time. Kante 2nd on the team in total tackles. That'll up his stats a little bit more. Kante in a friendly competition for leading the team in tackles with teammate Jawarren Corbin. 3rd down and 10 for Ellsworth. Doubles right, lone receiver left, back to pass. Rolling to his right, looking downfield. He might just tuck it and run. No, he will fire. He must have been half a yard away from illegal touching. Able to fire. And Cockrell's pass is incomplete. 4th down and 10 coming up for Ellsworth. Again, Ellsworth struggles on offense. Triton defense is looking strong. And I'd like to say this. You know, the Tritons heading into this one, despite being 2-5, they knew that they were certainly the better team heading into this one. Today is a day to sharpen your iron. Get ready for the rest of the season. So do the best you can. Make sure to iron out all the faults of the offense and defense and special teams, because I tell you what, after this game, for the Iowa Central Tritons, they're going to go right back into it. I know that they have Independence coming up, or rather, Independence next week. Garden City at home also on the 9th, and on the 16th they'll be at Butler. So all going to be tough matchups. Continue to sharpen your iron. Get ready from here on out. Tritons start with a 1st and 10 from the Panther 36-yard line. And another new ball carrier. They keep Ty Purdy in the game. Ethan Schultz get the carry this time. 2nd and 3 coming up on the 30-yard line. Second and 3 from the 30. Purdy sends Anderson in motion. We got a stacked pistol. Here comes Schultz rolling left. He will throw it away. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see that full play develop. The snap on the ground. I wonder if they will go back to that play in the following drive, knowing you weren't really able to run the full effect of it. 3rd down and 3 from the 30-yard line. Ty Purdy, Schultz in the backfield. Got 2 wideouts in this set, also an H-back shifting to their left, also Bryce Anderson shifting to his left. 2 safeties in this formation. 6 crowding the defensive line, and they send 6. This is a blitz. Schultz will be tackled near the line of scrimmage. This might be a loss of 1. 4th and 4 coming up from the 30. Shaheed Marcus on the stop. 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go. 14-0. Tritons lead it. They're going for it on 4th down. Heading into today's game, they're at least going to go with a hard count. 39% on 4th down conversions. Let's see if they can get it to closer to 50. Here's a hard count. Aren't able to draw anyone offside. Ellsworth showing blitz. They have 6 on the defensive line. 1 deep safety, 2 linebackers over the middle of the field, and 2 receivers, 2 defensive backs covering the wideouts. Slot receiver has no one on man-to-man with him. 1-on-1 streak down the sideline and through the hands, incomplete, of the Triton that time. Purdy tried to hit Gilliam on that last play. Gilliam of Chicago, Illinois. So a turnover on downs. That's a good start for this Ellsworth defense after the Tritons got a start on the 36-yard line on the Panthers side. 14-0. Ellsworth takes the field again. And they will keep Cockrell in at quarterback. Cockrell will hand off. Swinney gets the carry. They'll have a nice gain of 4, maybe 5. Swinney bounces it outside, found a hole. Sieverding came in to make the tackle, and that he did. 2nd down and 5. Tritons lead it in this conference rivalry at home. A part of the ICCAC. Tritons 2-5 on the season. Ellsworth is 0-6. From the gun, doubles right, tight end on the right side of the field. Swallowed up in the backfield and brought all the way back. They drug him back even. Getting the tackle first was Ryan Russo of the Triton defense. And with that, it's 3rd and 6. Ellsworth has yet to get a first down today. Will this be the first drive to do so? With 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Again, shout out to the band and the cheer team out here repping the Tritons today, cheering them on with the big blue. And going underneath, running mesh. Catch was made close to a first down, and they're saying move the chains. It's the first down of the day for Ellsworth. That pass was completed to the number 6, Amir Nixon of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Warfield was there on the tackle. Two minutes, 35 seconds to go. Ellsworth is going to slow down their tempo. They're keeping a pretty quick pace at the beginning of this quarter. Now they're starting to slow it down. Here's a handoff to Swinney. What I was going to say is I was wondering if that was resulting, since they got their first down, slow it down, be able to look at the full field and use that to their advantage. You got a lot more open green on that side of the field than you do crowding the sideline. Gain of 1 yard. 2nd down and 9 coming up for Ellsworth. Ellsworth in the white tops and black bottoms. Tritons in the gray from head to toe with the Triton blue over their jerseys as well. I love these jersey combinations. Back to pass, rolling right, looking downfield. Cockrell just misses his intended receiver that time. Again, the guy that got the first down a moment ago, that was Amir Nixon, just out of reach. Ended up running a flag route that time. Acted like he was going to maybe run inside and then skirted back out to the right. He was tracing the quarterback, Cockrell. Tried to go on a tandem line, tried to hit him, just out of reach. 3rd down and 9 from the 41-yard line. Ellsworth with doubles on each side from the gun. Tritons showing a 4-3. They send 5. Open man over the middle. Breaking one tackle, could not escape the second. Tackle made by Russo. And again, the intended receiver was that number 6 there, Nixon, who's been targeted the last 3 plays. Finally got a reception for him there. 4th and manageable coming up, and Coach Montalto takes the timeout. Let's keep it right here for now. Again, we would like to remind you that all home sport athletics broadcasted right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. And a reminder as well, you can go back and watch any of those broadcasts at Triton Nation. And we have years of Triton sports in the catalog as well. Go back to watch any alumni that went through any of these sports, as this TV radio crew does a great job putting them on. Shout out to Rusty from back in the truck. 14-0, a minute 41 to go. I brought this up earlier. Let's go through it again. The rest of the season for the Tritons looks a little bit like this. November 2nd, they'll be at Independence Community College. November 9th, they'll be home versus Garden City Community College. And November 16th, they'll be at Butler Community College. Ellsworth thought about it, but instead they'll show punt. And that they do. A line drive kick to Thorpe. Thorpe is watching it come all the way down. It takes a Panther roll, about a 12-yard hop down to the Triton 15-yard line. This is the deepest the Tritons will start in their own territory. About the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, Tritons lead it 14-0 with a minute 33 to go in quarter number 1. And again, Athletic Director Coach Twait will be joining us in the 3rd quarter to talk about Triton football and what is to come for this program as well. Tritons come out from the gun, trips right, lone receiver left. Here is Sauser, who will try to hit a wheel. Oh, just through the hands of Sincere Bowers. Somehow put it there. Sauser had heavy pressure, too. As soon as he got the ball from the snap, there was a guy within reach to get him for the sack. He was able to release the ball, got it into the hands of Bowers, who ran a very quick wheel route, shot straight to the sideline, then ran straight up the sideline. And I don't know, maybe his eyes just weren't on the ball, but it just rattled in and out. Empty backfield now, 5 wide. Tritons over the middle of the field. They got him that time. Here he goes. Sincere Bowers lining up in the slot. He's going to have a long touchdown. Good for 84 yards. Sincere Bowers with a long touchdown. And that pass came from Dallas Sauser. So the Triton quarterbacks are in a friendly competition today between Sauser and Ty Purdy. And man, I love the design of that play. You had 2 stacked doubles on both sides. Bowers was lined up in the gun. You send him in motion to the slot. Virtually no one is over there. You have a linebacker ready to be in zone. Bowers just beats him. He's got wheels and takes it all the way in for an 84-yard receiving touchdown. He made up for that last drop too, I'd say. And the PAT is good from Gustafsson. It's 21-0. Let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break. Kickoff coming up for this Triton team on Triton Nation. Seconds to go. Here's a kick from Gustafsson, and he will get it all the way into the end zone. Here comes a Panther touchback. Well, we've seen 3 touchdowns today in quarter number 1 from Iowa Central. All 3 touchdowns have been streak routes to different receivers. The first one to Dalen Houston, the second from Austin Iobamadele, and then Sincere Bowers got in with the longest touchdown of today, an 84-yard receiving touchdown. And like I said, they've all been streak routes, different parts of the field. Houston's came from the left side of the field. Bamadele came from the right side of the field, and then Bowers came from right over the middle. But obviously, the main factor in all those things has been the speed disadvantage that Ellsworth has over the Tritons. Tritons have been able to manipulate that and score 3 touchdowns off the rip, making it 21-0. We just saw the first play from scrimmage here. Conte gets the tackle. No gain, 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Clock is winding down here. 45 seconds to go, and quarter number 1 from the gun. Doubles left, tight end in the set, wide out to the right. Again, a zone read from Ellsworth, and they'll slip through for a gain of 3 yards. It looks like a 3rd and 7's coming up from the 29-yard line. Or gain of 4, rather. 3rd and 6 from the 29. And another timeout will be called. 34 seconds to go, 21-0. Let's keep it right here. I wanted to continue to talk about Ellsworth football and their new head coach. Well, he was a head coach last year. He took over, but this is his first official full season. It's head football coach Matt White. So Coach White, again, was tabbed to be the new head football coach at Ellsworth in December of 2023. White came to ECC after 4 years as the offensive coordinator and director of football performance at the University of Virginia Wise, which is an NCAA Division II school. At UVA Wise, he coordinated offenses that broke every individual game record in program history and optimized the talent that earned the respective opponents in the South Atlantic Conference. Talking about that, his offense that he coordinated there averaged 45.8 points per game. So this is a very offensive-minded coach, and he is young as well, 27 years old. I have no doubt that Coach White of Ellsworth can muster something together in the near future to get this Ellsworth football program back on track. Well, here's a 3rd down and 7. Cockrell rolls to his right, tipped up in the air. Nice defense Sieverding was also man-on-man with the intended receiver that time. Getting the tip was the number 5 of Iowa Central. That is Conte. So how about that? Conte gets the tackle, and then he gets the deflection, smacking it out of bounds. 4th and 7 from the 28-yard line. Panthers looking to punt. There's 27 seconds to go in the first quarter. Coach Montalto, by the way, was the coach who took the last time out, so he has 1 remaining in this first half. And the punt is up. It'll go back to the 45-yard line where it'll continue to bounce, nearly getting to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up from the 42. So another 3 and out from this Ellsworth offense. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 and outs. Here come the Tritons from the 42. From the pistol, Twins left, receiver right, coming back inside in motion, rolling to his left. Sauser will throw short into the flats. Now, from first glance, incomplete pass, by the way. From first glance, some people may be wondering, is that not a pass interference? No. That was within 2 yards, 2 to 3 yards of that push zone. That allows the defender to put a little bit of hands on the offensive weapon. Not too much. You can't completely knock him to the ground. But just like there, put his hands on him, was able to make a defensive play. That play is clean. So there's your breakdown there on why there was no penalty drawn. Carry for the Tritons, and we have an injured Triton on the field. Francis was the one who made the tackle. Got an injured Triton on the field. I know the Tritons are without 1 offensive lineman heading into the game today. Certainly never like to see an injury. I did not get the jersey number, but once I do pick it up, I'll let you know. 68 or 62. Sounds like it's Myshawn Turner. Some help from the booth. Thank you very much. I believe it is Turner. I also believe Turner has dealt with injuries earlier on the season. I even had him listed as questionable for today, if it is Turner. And we'll keep it right here. So 3rd down and 10 coming up from the 42-yard line on the Triton side. 3 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Tell you what, a lot of this Triton success comes from Coach Clegg, the offensive line coach for the Iowa Central Tritons. He puts together one of the best units. Pass blocking, run blocking. These guys are ready to go. And not just on offense, but special teams too. Coach Clegg does a great job at preparing his sled dogs, he calls them, from up front every single game. And they are an integral part of this Triton offense to make sure that the Tritons can go down to score. Looks like a new Triton offensive lineman will check into today's game. I believe it's Forrest Shield, number 79 of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And I do see it is Myshawn Turner, the number 62. Good eye up here from our guy in the booth. Continue to keep it right here. It looks like he's starting to get up. They may be able to help him from the sideline. Right now, it looks like he's getting his lower leg stretched out. The trainers are out there. And also, I would like to bring up, this is a fantastic training staff that Iowa Central Tritons have. They do a great job. They're at every sporting event. I tell you what, when you're running into each other again and again, sometimes you just get a cramp worked out, and I'm hoping that's all that this is. Coach Clegg is over there with Myshawn to make sure everything's okay. Turner gets up to his feet, and he'll be helped out to the sideline. I will say, he does look like he's in pain. Get a ovation from the sideline. Oh, man, you do not like to see that. Again, we don't like to ever see injuries, and we hope Turner will be okay and everything turns out fine. And I'll be sure to let you know if I do see him return to this game or if I see any action from him on the sideline. But he is limping. He's actually not putting any pressure on his left leg getting worked out. Well, again, I'll let you know what I see from the sideline from here on out. (21-0) is the score. 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. Tritons with 1 timeout to go. Ellsworth with all 3. There's an announcement on the field. Play clock will start on the head judge's whistle. And he blew it, so it'll wind down, and that will be the end of the quarter. The end of one, 21-0. Tritons with a hot start so far. Let's see if they can keep the grill going. They will look to take back the field in just a little bit. They'll get a breather, some water, and be ready to go in just a little bit. And while they take a break, I say let's take one with them. For more Triton football, stick around here on Triton Nation.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
We're CJ Bio. In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant in North America right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in licensing production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
Triton Nation, we are back to the broadcast. It's a 3rd down and 10. Iobamadele was running a post route over the middle of the field about 17 yards. Sauser threw it to try to hit him in stride, was not able to get there. Incomplete pass. They also called a personal foul against the offense, number 68 of the Tritons. That's Jordan Jensen. Now, you can only give up 2, and if you do, then you have to sit up well, you can only give up 1, I guess I should say, because if you get 2 personal fouls, then you have to sit the rest of the game. So you don't want that. Tritons are already banged up on the offensive line, and now a guy gets a personal foul. That is a situation we'll have to monitor from here on out. Sauser also looked like he was a little banged up. It appears he'll be okay. He got a little rattled in the backfield. He walked off to his own power, seemed like he was good to go. Ellsworth forces a punt. So Ellsworth will take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. And they will keep Cockrell in the backfield with Swinney. Swinney gets the carry. Again, they're trying to get Swinney involved on offense. He's not been able to do much. His longest run has gone for 5 yards. He'll be tackled in the backfield once more. And there was a sea of Tritons getting the tackle that time. Iyangi, Brown were all there. And they give him 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 from the 27-yard line coming up. 14-15 on the clock. Winding down at Dodger Stadium from the pistol. 2 wideouts on each side. And another tackle in the backfield. That time, the double 3. Taylor Schaefer making the tackle. Schaefer is of Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. Tritons from all over. These linebackers have looked really good today. You can thank the Don for that, Coach Bailey, Donovan Bailey. He deals with the inside backers, calls them sharks over the middle of the field, and that they are. Third down and long, rolling to his right. Going to hit a short little zig route just in front of the original line of scrimmage, gain of 3 yards. Not going to be enough for a first down. 4th and 9 coming up. That's 3 and out number 6 that the Panthers have shown on offense. If you missed the pregame show, we brought this up earlier. Panthers offense has only been able to reach the red zone inside of 25 yards 6 times this season heading into the game today. So they continue to have offensive struggles. They're averaging about 195 yards per game. That's a solid punt. That'll get all the way to about the 27-yard line where the Tritons will take over. But as I was saying, Ellsworth, they're averaging about 105 yards rushing a game and 95 yards passing a game, give or take. They continue to struggle on offense here. They've got just 1 first down so far. That may change. We're still early on in this one. 21-0, 13-15 on the clock. 1st and 10, IC3. And coming out to begin this drive is Ty Purdy. Purdy's thrown 1 touchdown pass so far today to Ayobamadele. That was the second one scored. It was a beautiful place ball. And this drive starts with a handoff. Handoff to Anthony Hall. Hall is of Salem Lakes, Wisconsin. Sounds like it was Fales with the stop on defense. Under 13 to go, clock winding down, 21-0. Doubles on each side. They're spread out on the weak side of the field. They'll move it back right. Here comes a man in motion, bringing trips to the left side of the field. They'll go short, looking for a slip screen. Pass is knocked down by the 94 of Ellsworth. That's Morel Burns of St. Louis, Missouri. 3rd down and 10 from the 27-yard line. 12:32 remains in the first half. 3rd and long here. Twins on each side. From the gun. Purdy and Hall in the backfield. Firing right just over the reach of Ayobamadele. Could not hit him that time. It was close. Now, Purdy had to throw it over a defender who is stationed in zone coverage over in that area. I thought Ayobamadele did a great job at just reaching out and away, finding an open spot in coverage, but just couldn't hit him that time. There might have even been a miscommunication error. So the Tritons with a 3 and out. That's happened 3 times today for this Triton offense. They will look to punt. No, they're faking it. Rolling to his right. He has 2 men to beat. Ball is on the ground. Picked up. Looking for the return. The number 23. Got it near the 17. Ellsworth will score a special teams touchdown. Xavier Andrews. Xavier Andrews gets a touchdown on the play from a fake punt. Strip tackle. That makes it 21-6. PAT coming up. And looking to kick it will be Ty Morrison. No, wrong side, I'm sorry. This is Nolan Mickelson. Kick is up, and it is good. That makes it 21-7. Ellsworth strikes first in the second quarter. We'll take a break and be back with the Triton kickoff return coming up right after this on Triton Nation.
CNOS is proud to be your orthopedic and sports medicine providers.
You can visit our clinic knowing you will receive the best orthopedic care in the area.
Located at Unity Point, we offer quality care to address any bone or joint problems.
We are committed to providing the best possible care to the communities we serve.
CNOS, proud sponsors of the Iowa Central Tritons.
Go Tritons!
Trite Nation, we are back. Kickoff return coming up after a special teams touchdown scored by Ellsworth. 21-7. Thorpe is set to return this from the 25-yard line. He'll make his way out to the left side of the field, the near side of your screen. He'll make it to nearly the 35-yard line. Let's see how close they pin him to that. 1st and 10 coming up for the Iowa Central Tritons. Their last two offensive drives have been 3-and-out. What would have been a punt from the last drive, but they ended up faking it. So back-to-back 3-and-outs. Tritons looking to at least get a first down here to get some momentum on offense. Stir the pot. Get something going. From the pistol, Anderson at blocking back to the right side now, motioning from the left. Handoff Schultz. Schultz tackled in the backfield. Ellsworth is starting to pick up some steam on defense. Tackle that time made by the 68, Jordan. By the 68 on the Ellsworth side, Christian Slater. (21-7), 11:45 on the clock. From the gun, trips right, lone receiver left. Ellsworth showing a 4-3 look with 2 deep safeties and, penalties everywhere. It looked like all the officials saw the penalty there. Waiting on the official call. I don't want to jump ahead of myself. And it looks like it will be against the offense. Snap infraction against the offense. You do not always hear that called or that happen. Snap infraction. So that's a 5-yard penalty. 2nd down and 17, 11:30 to go. Back to pass. Purdy looks left. He will air it out. And there's some contact roaming the sideline. No penalty drawn. Incomplete. 3rd down and 17 coming up. Again, this Ellsworth defense is starting to put up a stack. They've been really successful when they've crowded the offensive line, showing 4, 5, and 6. This time they're showing a 4-3 look. Scratch that. They're showing a 4-2 look with 5 men in zone. Back to pass. Purdy stepping up, rolling to his left, firing over the middle of the field to an open man. Catch is made, turning up the middle of the field. 1st down and more, crossing the 50-yard line for the Iowa Central Tritons. Complete to Achille Maddox. Maddox of Iowa City, Iowa. Going back to the ground this play. Schultz was on the carry. They'll have a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 coming up. So that last catch made by Achille Maddox of Iowa City, something that Iowa City receivers do better than about any other receiving team in the state, is they really know how to find the soft spot of the defense. And that's exactly what Achille Maddox did there. Perfect positioning, made the catch, got the 1st down, kept the drive alive. Airing it out long, looking to make the play. Nearly 50 yards. On the ground, fumble. Picked up by Ellsworth. Ellsworth strips it, or was he down? It looks like it's going to be a turnover. Hall was the receiver who brought it in. He had a gain of about 40 yards. Then he fumbled inside of the 5-yard line, it looks like. Yeah, they're going to place this on the 4. What a play. Hang on now. So the head judge just went over the official ruling. It was ruled as a completed catch, then a strip fumble. Ellsworth is going to have a 1st and 10 from inside their own 5-yard line. And Coach Montalto takes another timeout. I think we're going to take it with him. More football coming up right here on Triton Nation. They actually just announced that the Tritons are challenging the ruling on the play. So the officials will go over to the blue tent and check that over. So we will actually stay with you to talk about that last play. So Jaquez Hall was the intended receiver. The ball got to him. It was near the 10-yard line where he brought it in. He had one defender on him, tried to make the man miss. Instead, he ended up fumbling it, recovered by the guy who stripped it down on the play, and Ellsworth may have just saved themselves a touchdown. And if that's true, then, well, they're going to have a very long drive here. But saving a touchdown is huge, especially when you're starting to inch your way back closer and get momentum on your side. This looks good for Ellsworth. Now, the ruling that was challenged for Iowa Central, that Montalto challenged, was the knee down? They're going to check and see, was the knee down? That's what the officials, you can see on your screen there, are over at the blue tent doing right now. If the knee was down, then the Tritons will retain possession, and it'll be 1st and goal from inside the 10-yard line. If not, it'll stay with Ellsworth. The other thing about this is you have to have conclusive evidence to overrule this. You see that all the time in NCAA football, as well as NFL football at the professional level. These officials absolutely need conclusive evidence that you can see that a knee was down before the ball came out. If they cannot see that, then they're going to stay with the original call on the field. And it looks like they've made a decision, so we'll wait for it right here. Again, it's 21-7. Tritons, if they do not get an overturn here, then they will lose their final timeout of this half. Okay, so it is not overturned. The original call will stand, so the Tritons will lose their final timeout of the first half. I believe they will. That has not changed on the scoreboard. 21-7. 10 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Ellsworth will take over 1st and 10 from inside their own 5-yard line. They start with a handoff and tackled. That time, Sam Hauser gets a tackle in the backfield. These linebackers have been awesome today. Coach Mann, who is the special teams coordinator and also works with the outside linebackers, I mean, you got to be proud. Those guys in the backfield, Coach Conley, Coach Mann, and Coach Donovan on defense have done a great job today. 21-7, 9:45 to go, and they have another penalty. The Tritons are clapping, thinking it'll go against Ellsworth. Ball start on the offense. That'll be half the distance to the goal. (21-7). 21-7, second and 11 from the 3-yard line. Cockrell will hand it off. Swinney, again, tackled in the backfield. And again, it looked like Hauser was there. Also there was A.J. Russell. 9 minutes, 15 seconds to go. It's 3rd and 10, 21-7. From the gun. Twin receivers each side. Coming up and tackled down. Ball on the ground. Now, did they call him down? That was a big hit back there. Did they call him down? They evidently did. And Ellsworth, I believe, will punt. Ruling on the field, Ellsworth's quarterback Cockrell was tackled in the end zone. That's a safety. That'll make the score 23-7, and Iowa Central will get the ball back. Let's keep it right here. So Ellsworth was showing as if they were going to have another 3-and-out punt. Instead, they will give up a safety. Well, they got a big stop a moment ago, not allowing a touchdown. But if the Tritons score this drive with a touchdown, then maybe it was all for naught. 23-7, Tritons in the gray and blue, Ellsworth in the white tops and black bottoms. Let's take a look at what's going around the nation for NJCAA football. This week's Division I rankings, Hutchinson is ranked at number 1. Iowa Western is ranked at number 2. Georgia Military College is number 3. Snow College is number 4. Garden City Community College is number 5. Holmes Community College is number 6. Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College is number 7. Northwest Mississippi Community College is number 8. Kilgore College is 9. Lackawanna is 10. Number 11 is Butler Community College. 12 is Coffeyville Community College. 13 is Navarro College. 14 is Itawamba Community College. And 15 is Tyler Junior College. That's your top 15 for Division I football at the NJCAA level. Tritons 2-5. Ellsworth is 0-6 heading into today in this ICCAC conference matchup. And kicking all the way back to near the 20-yard line, Sincere Bowers on the return this time. Bowers gets it all the way past the 40-yard line. He'll return it 23 yards to the 43-yard line. That's a great return from Sincere Bowers. Well, here we go. Eli Reed sounds like, yep, Eli Reed made the tackle on special teams. Tritons with a 1st and 10 from their own 44. It's the official down. And Sauser returns to the field with Bowers in the pistol. Trips to his left. Anderson to the right of the right tackle as a tight end. Man in motion. It's Keely Maddox. Maddox right behind Anderson. Looking to block. And he created a hole. Bowers unfortunately ran into one of the marked linemen. It'll still be a nice gain of 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7 coming up. That was looking like it was going to be a gain of 10 plus. 8:20 remains. 2nd and 7 from the 47-yard line on the Triton side. And again, here goes it. Triton cheering band. 2nd and 7 from the pistol. Trips right. Achille Maddox goes in motion, makes his way to the left side of the field. Bowers counters, and he'll be tackled in the backfield for a loss of 3, maybe 4. There on the tackle for Ellsworth was Jaheed Marcus. An update on Myshawn Turner. He does have his football pads off, and he's continuing to be looked at over there on the sideline. Myshawn Turner went down right before we closed the first quarter. We wish a speedy recovery for him. This Triton offensive line is banged up already, and we lost another prominent feature on offense. And now Sauser goes back to pass. He will fire to Maddox. Ball is behind Maddox. He has to spin around to try to make the catch. Incomplete on the ground. I don't know if that was a miscommunication or if maybe Maddox ran a little deeper than what he was supposed to run, or maybe Sauser was thinking he ran shorter than what he was supposed to run. But incomplete is the official ruling on the field. 4th and 11 coming up for this Triton offense. Tritons have struggled on offense in the second quarter, again with a 3-and-out punt. 23-7, 7:24 on the clock. The punt is up, reaching all the way back near the 25, still rolling, and it'll lie right at the 25.
I'll be down to the 25-yard line where Ellsworth takes over 1st and 10.
The last 3 offensive possessions for the Tritons that were not turned over from a fumble have all been 3-and-outs. Tritons have struggled in the second quarter. 23-7, 7:14 on the clock. See if the Tritons defense can get another stop. From the gun, doubles each side, handoff. And tackle to the backfield again. Both teams not being super effective today, rushing the ball. Swinney was on the carry. Nice stop for Iowa Central. And there's a new quarterback in for Ellsworth. Ellsworth brings back in Stephen Working, who got the start today. Cockrell was brought out. Working will hand off. Swinney with some power this play. He'll have a gain of 5 at least. That's a nice stretch outside. Conte was there. Also, Russo was there. 3rd down and 4 coming up from the 31-yard line on the Ellsworth side. Four 3 look on defense. 2 safeties in this set. Here comes Working, looking to run the ball. Lowers the shoulder, but it's not enough. Oh, yeah. I would not go one-on-one against Brown. That's a nightmare. And Brown showed him why. Gain of nothing on the play. 4th down coming up for Ellsworth. Yeah. Howard Brown, very intimidating. Again, I would not go one-on-one with him. Hey, Working, though, quarterback of Ellsworth, I got to give him props. He gave it a try. Here's a punt now. It's going to get to the 30-yard line. Here's a return from Tyreek Thorpe. Thorpe will be brought down from near where he brought it in. Tackle that time made by the number 28. That's Jalen Riley of Capitol Heights, Maryland. 23-7, 5:15 to go in the first half. Tritons have been in a dry spell on offense. Who is going to make the play? Who will move the chains? Looking for someone. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Back to pass, looking short, fire into Ayo Bamadele. Caught, gain of, looks like 5. 2nd and 5 coming up from the 36. Sauser's back in at quarterback. Trips left, lone receiver right, and we have a shuffle on defense. That might have been brought on by a false start on offense. We'll see. I don't want to jump to the gun here, so we'll wait for the official call on the play, on the field. Snap infraction on the offense. That'll bring him back. And the Tritons will sub out their center, Kevin Fernandez. And a new offensive lineman will come out. Joseph Calise will check back in, who got the start today. 2nd and 10 now from the gun. Trips left. And a lone receiver short to the left. to the right. Ellsworth going to change up their defensive scheme. They're showing 3-4 with two safeties. Back to pass, Sauser, lefty, going, try to hit him underneath. Intended receiver that time was Dominic Brown, unable to hit him. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for Iowa Central.
That infraction was crucial to this Ellsworth defense, because that's going to shorten the playbook. It has so far. What would have been that 2nd and 5 brought it to a 2nd and 10. Now it's an incomplete pass and 3rd and 10. Back to pass, looking left, firing over the middle of the field. Open man, can't hit him. Intended receiver that time was the 8-4 Jacob Kanya of Lake Minneola, Florida. Kanya, intended receiver, unable to reach him. 4th and 10. And again, a 3 and out. Ellsworth with another stop on defense. Cheeks back deep to return for Ellsworth, standing at the 44-yard line on his side. Tritons await the kickback. Here's the punt. High sky, going near the 43, bouncing and moving across the 50. It'll be downed on the Triton 49-yard line, I believe. They'll put it on the 48 officially. Panthers take over in some of the best field position they've got to start in today. The only other time the Panthers have gotten better field position was when they got a start on the 36-yard line. That was back in the first quarter. Panthers starting on the Triton 48. They'll begin in the gun. Doubles each side. Here's a man in motion. It's Cheeks. Cheeks with a sweep, roaming right. Could not find a hole. He'll have maybe 1 yard on the play. Brown was there on the tackle. It was Howard Brown. I know we have two defensive linemen that have the same last name. That was Howard Brown. Yep. Howard wears the 93. Patrick Brown wears the number 94. 2nd and 10 coming up from the 47-yard line. 23-7's the score, 3:45 on the clock. Panthers from the gun. Doubles left, lone receiver right, back to pass. And looking to tuck and run. He is working. Slipped through one tackler and lunged forward for a gain of 5 on the play, maybe 6. A.J. Russell was there on the tackle to record his 2nd of the day. 23-7, 3:20 to go. 3rd and 5 is the official ruling from the 42-yard line. Ellsworth is winding this down. And I just saw that the scoreboard has now been updated. Earlier it was not updated after the Tritons could not get a challenge to go their way. I was wondering about that. Back to pass and sacked by the Triton defense. A loss of 3, 4th and 8 coming up. That's a Triton sack. It appears it was Conte who was there first to get the sack. Conte's had a great game today. If he keeps it up, he's certainly the player of the half, but if he keeps it up, he's going to be the MVP of today's game. 4th and 8 coming up, and it looks like Ellsworth can take this to the 2-minute warning. Yes, they can. So 4th and 8 coming up from the 45-yard line on the Triton side. They're going to take a break on the field. Let's take a break in the booth. We'll be right back with more football right after this on Triton Nation.
We're Here's CJ Bio. In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant in North America right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in lysine production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
Triton Nation, welcome back to your play-by-play coverage of Triton football today in this ICCC AC matchup between the Tritons and the Ellsworth Panthers. Panthers 0-6 heading into the game today. Tritons are 2-5. I'm Hank Ambrose with you for your play-by-play coverage. Shout out to Rusty McNeil back in the truck, getting us back on air here on our YouTube channel at Triton Nation for all Triton home broadcasts. You can watch them live here, and you can go back in the catalog to watch previous broadcasts as well. 4th and 8 for the Ellsworth Panthers, looking back to pass, working, steps up, tries to avoid pressure, points downfield, fires, INT, interception. Interception. Made by the number 8 of the Triton defense, that's Twan Wilson. Wilson had an interception last week as well for homecoming night, and he gets another INT here. Wonderful. Wilson with an interception. This defense has been so good, so good at forcing turnovers. Let me get the official number of defensive interceptions this Triton defense has had here in just a little bit. I believe it's 7. I think there has been now 14 total forced turnovers. Here's the Tritons on offense. Purdy rolls to his left, and he will fire downfield. On the sideline, near the 50-yard line, pass complete. Kanya makes a great grab. That was awesome. Great throw over there, right on the sideline. Great awareness as well to keep the feet in bounds. Tritons hurry up from the gun, doubles each side. We'll get that defensive stat later. Here's a throw, and a pop over the middle of the field. Nice catch made by Dom Brown. Brown had a really nice homecoming night as well last week. He's been quiet so far today. Actually, that is his first reception of the day. 2nd down and 1 from the 40-yard line on the Ellsworth side. Tritons are starting to turn up the level a little bit. From the gun, back to pass, trips left, lone receiver right, Purdy rolls to his left, fires over the middle of the field, and at the ankles. Intended receiver was Dalen Houston. That's his first target since his receiving touchdown from earlier today. He was the first to score from Iowa Central. So here comes a 3rd and 1. That'll stop the clock with a minute to go here in Dodger Stadium. They're going to show the same formation. Trips to the left, lone receiver right. Tritons have an open field on the left side. Also from the gun. Back to pass, looking short. And Purdy tried to go short to, I believe, Brown. Brown was just out of reach. So that'll bring up a 4th and 1 from the 40-yard line. Big play coming up here, 4th and 1. Tritons trying to score before the close of the first half. Purdy, hands off, looking to go to the first down marker. I believe he got it. While on his feet. That would be Anthony Hall picking up the first down. And yes, it's official. Moving the chains, 1st and 10, hurry up offense. Keep in mind, Tritons have no timeouts to go here. Under 50 seconds to go. Purdy from the gun. Doubles each side, back to pass. Looking left, firing downfield. Perfect spiral. In reach with Kanya. The catch is made. Touchdown, Tritons. 37 yards. And again, it's a deep streak route over the middle of the field. That's incredible. All 4 touchdowns from the first half have been off of streak routes, firing over the top of the Ellsworth defense. Speed kills, and the Tritons prove that to a T here at Dodger Stadium. 29-7, PAT coming up. Still waiting the PAT from Gustafsson to stay 100% on the day, and it is through the upright. Good. That'll make it 30-7. How about that? All 4 touchdowns today have been from streak routes from all different places of the field. Dalen Houston scored on the left side of the field. Iobama Daly scored on the right side of the field. Sincere Bowers has had the longest of today, an 84-yard receiving touchdown, also a streak route over the middle of the field. And then you have Kanya right there, another receiver, which was over, halfway between the sideline and the middle part of the field. That's awesome. Again, like I said, speed was going to be a big factor today, and they've issued that here, bringing in 4 touchdowns from the first half. And that's a really, really nice way to close the first half as well. Now, we still do have 38 seconds to go here, but Tritons were unable to get a first down all throughout the second quarter until that drive. They brought in Ty Purdy, connected for 37 yards to Kanya. That's awesome. And here's the kickoff. Gustafsson will nail it back to the 18-yard line. Here is the return coming in from Swinney. Swinney will get it to the 33, 1st and 10 for Ellsworth coming up. Okay, so I also checked on those defensive stats heading into the game. Tritons, from that interception made by Twan Wilson, that is 8 defensive interceptions on the season now. And the Tritons have recovered 6 fumbles, so 14 forced turnovers by this Triton defense, not including turnover on downs either. That's phenomenal. A shout out to Coach Young, defensive backs coach of the Iowa Central Tritons, also always has his guys prepared. Coach Conley as well, defensive coordinator for Iowa Central. This Triton defense has been top-notch today. 30-7, Kadarius Williams gets the stop there. 2nd and 11 coming up for Ellsworth, and it looks like they'll let it just tick all the way down here. And they will. 21-0 after the first quarter, 30-7 after the first half. Stick around for the halftime show in person. It'll be a 2014 rewind. Roar is coming up, Fancy 2, Bang, and Best Day of My Life. Stick around. You can see that on video, a part of Triton Nation's YouTube channel. I'm going to go ahead and take a break. I'll be back with you right before the start of the second half to run through some more stats and to catch you up heading into the second half as well. This is Hank Ambrose, play-by-play for the Iowa Central Tritons right here on Triton Nation.
For your halftime entertainment, please welcome to the field the Iowa Central Community College Triton Marching Band. This year, the band is under the stands and field direction of Noah Griswold and Nicholas Ross. Today, the band will be presenting music from the second of its 2024 halftime themes This next track was certified diamond by the Recording Industry Association of America, making it the first all-female collaboration to achieve that. Peaking at number 3 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, here's the universally acclaimed collaboration, Bang Bang! Finish their show theme, the Triton Marching Band performs the track that was written to make people happy and make people feel positive. Also featured in countless television advertisements, episodes, and on the big screen, this is Best Day of My Life. Triton fans on your feet, come together as the Triton Marching Band plays your Iowa Schedule School song, Tritons Fight On! Performing at Triton home football games, as well as numerous exhibitions for schools and events each fall. The Triton Marching Band is open to all instrumental students, regardless of major. Visit ictritons.com for more information on the Triton Marching Band. Jeremy Smith is Director of Athletic Bands at Iowa Central. Iowa Central Percussion is sponsored by Vic Firth. This is Steve Brown, voice of the Triton Marching Band. Until our next performance, keep us headlines here, some updated scores from Division I football. Indiana over Nebraska 21-7, second quarter. Halftime, Wisconsin leads Northwestern 14-0. Also at half, UCLA over Rutgers 21-10. Clemson leads Virginia 17-10. Auburn and Missouri are tied 3-all. And South Carolina over Oklahoma early 24-0.
Triton Nation, welcome back to your home broadcast as we are moments away until the second half kickoff. I'm Hank Ambrose with you for your play-by-play today. Coach Tway, Athletic Director of Iowa Central, will be joining us in just a little bit here from the third quarter, I do believe. So make sure you stick around for that. And the rest of this broadcast, 30-7 is your score at halftime. Let's talk about how we got here. The Iowa Central Tritons started off getting the first score, 7-0. All 4 touchdowns have been from deep streak routes, by the way. Dalen Houston got the first one. Io Bomadele got the second one. Sincere Bowers got the third one, which is the longest of today, which went for 84 yards. The fourth one, not too long ago, right before the close, inside 1 minute to go of the first half. That was scored by Jacob Kanya. And Tritons also got a safety to go. Now, the Tritons were looking like they were going to get another touchdown, stripped inside the 5-yard line on the Ellsworth side. That's where they took over, and then eventually that safety happened, and they were also able to get one touchdown on the board from a special teams touchdown, making it 30-7. Iowa Central Tritons did struggle on offense in the second quarter. They were able to get that 2-minute drill to go in their favor. Other than that, they were not able to get a first down prior to that drive. So let's see if they can start off hot here. Here we go. Tritons get the kickoff return. They get a start on the 28-yard line. Ty Purdy's out at quarterback. Sincere Bowers is going to be swallowed up. Loss of 1 yard to get the second half started. Again, I'm Hank Ambrose with you for your play-by-play coverage. Shout out to Rusty McNeil back in the truck for getting us on YouTube here. It's a great day for football in Fort Dodge, Iowa, your home of the Iowa Central Tritons at Dodger Stadium in this ICAC rivalry, the ACC Tritons versus Ellsworth Panthers. And the second play from the second half, they will fire over the middle of the field to Io Bomadele, and they are unable to connect on a post route, which would have gone about 17 yards. 3rd and 11 coming up. Again, the Tritons had a hefty sum of 3 and outs from the second quarter. Don't want to see that here. Going into this matchup, I know Iowa Central knew they were the much better team heading into today, so they knew that a win would certainly be coming. But this game is also important to get some momentum going heading into the rest of the season for the Iowa Central Tritons. They still have quite the schedule from here on out. After today, they'll be at Independence Community College on November 2nd. November 9th, they'll be at Garden City Community. They'll be home versus Garden City Community College. And then November 16th, they'll be at Butler Community College. All 3 of those formidable opponents. Tritons want to close the season with a winning record. They'd have to win out to do so. 30-7, 14 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. A 3 and out will start the first series here in offense for Iowa Central, and they will show punt. Earlier, they tried that fake punt. I brought up earlier, I was wondering if they'd go back to that. It went unsuccessful. They actually fumbled it. Here's a return, a new return man for Ellsworth. Evades 1 tackler, and then he'll have about a 12-yard return to the 42-yard line. So, again, I was wondering if they'd go back to it. They don't go back to it there, but sometime this second half, keep in the back of your mind that the Tritons have designed a fake punt for the punter to take off with it to the right side of the field. I don't know. They just might. In a game like this where you're leading 30-7 and you're trying to work out all the kinks and make sure everything's patted down, this is where I could see them pull it out. Okay, here's the first play on offense of the second half from Ellsworth, and they connect on a post route over the middle of the field. Starting the second half is working for the Panthers. And on the reception that time is the number 2 who has been on the punts and kickoffs today for Ellsworth Community College. So he's been playing 2 ways. That's the number 2, Ryan Sinnott. Hurry up offense, back to it. Ground game now. A rush right up the middle, slashing inside for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. On the tackle is Howard Brown that time. Also there on the tackle for the Iowa Central Tritons was Schaefer, I believe. Yes, it was Schaefer. 2nd and 6 for Ellsworth. Ball is now on the Triton 38-yard line. From the gun, it's, muffed up high. Have to go and pounce on it. Looks like Working does. He had to move over there quick. Triton's brought the heat, too, to try to get that fumble recovery. The next time the Tritons force a turnover, it'll be their 15th forced on the season, not including turnover on downs. 3rd and 14. Tritons with a comfortable lead, 30-7, beginning the second half here. 12.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here goes Ellsworth from the gun. They've aired it once already in this quarter. Will they do it again? Trips right, lone receiver left, open back, hanging in the flats, Working, looking to evade pressure, get out of there, and no, a sack brought down for Iowa Central. Iowa Central Tritons record their first sack of the second half, and getting the sack, that would be Hauser, Sam Hauser getting the sack that time. Howard Brown was also there to combine for the sack. 4th and long. 4th and long for Ellsworth. 30-7 and dead ball. Got a dead ball here. False start. It's like a false start. They'll have another crack at punting it. Well, that's what the line judge signaled. We're waiting on the official call. Here it is.
False start. Offense. Number 38.
False start on the offense. That'll move them back 5 yards. Tyreek Thorpe is back to return for Iowa Central, standing at the 20-yard line. 4th and 25. Punt is back. Kick is up. Going to the 25-yard line where it will be touched and down.
25-yard line where the Triton offense takes over first and 10.
So after the first down from Ellsworth from the first play of their series, they will have a 3-and-out, the ensuing set, and punt. 11 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's 30-7. And the Tritons bring out Dallas Sauser. From the gun, 2 wide on each side. 3-4 look on defense, showing zone coverage. A quick fire over the middle of the field. Nice in route catch made by Houston. Houston moves it forward. He's going to be shy about 3 yards to get a first down. Nice 7-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 3 coming up. Ball is now on the 33-yard line. Man in motion. Anderson over the middle of the field. Here's a run. Open lane. He's running down the field. Sincere Bowers. All the speed in the world takes it to the house. 36-7. Put it on the scoreboard. PAT coming. Did you see that speed? Wow. 36-7. Sincere Bowers, a fan favorite to watch on the field for Iowa Central. Well, he already had one long touchdown today. How about he gets another one? That one good for near 70 yards. Officially a 69-yard rushing touchdown. The PAT is up, and it is good. That makes it 37-7. We'll take a break and be back with the Triton kickoff coming up right after this on Triton Nation.
We're CJ Bio. In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant in North America right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in lysine production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
Along with Jabari Brown.
Triton Nation, back to your play-by-play coverage. Here's the Triton kickoff, getting all the way down to the goal line. Return is coming. Swinney on his feet. He's got some room to run. Past the 30, 35, 40, 45, nearing the 50. Forced out of bounds by Gustafson. Nice return from Swinney. Swinney's had a great day on special teams. He has not had a great day rushing the football on offense. Maybe that'll change this drive.
Return out to the
Ellsworth
46-yard
going
line
to
where
keep
Ellsworth has it first
working
and
out
10.
on the field. 37-7, 10:35 to go in the third quarter. I wanted to go through some of your league leaders. NJCAA football, the Division I level. Hunter Deckers of Iowa Western leads the nation in passing yards per game with 318. Barnes has the most passing touchdowns.
Swinney brought down in the backfield for a large loss.
Tackle in the
5
backfield.
yards.
That's going to be a big loss of 4 yards. Full rush straight up the middle. Love to see that. That's old school football. 2nd and 14 coming up from the 42. As I was saying, Barnes from Mississippi Gulf Coast
Joseph
leads the
Shannon
league
with the
in
stop.
passing touchdowns with 21.
Assisted by Howard Brown.
Jordan Jr. of Hutchinson leads the league in rushing yards per game with 124. Phillips of Georgia Military has the most rushing touchdowns on the season with 13. For receiving yards per game, that belongs to Jackson of Southwest Mississippi with 96. In receiving touchdowns, a two-way tie between Coulter of Mississippi. Ball on the ground. And picked up Swinney, trying to make something out of nothing. All over the field. Swinney's going to make his way out of bounds.
Sorry about that. Officials timeout
And
for an injured player.
Officials timeout for an injured player was just called. Looks like Working got up. He was a little rattled, so they'll continue to talk about that. Let's just keep it right here. Continuing to talk about the league leaders. In receiving touchdowns, there's a two-way tie for first place. Coulter of Mississippi Gulf Coast has 8, and so does Frischnecht of Snow College with also 8. In tackles per game, that belongs to White of Tyler College, and in sacks, it belongs to
Even Working
Atkinson
was
of Trinity
sacked on the
Valley
play and had to be
with
taken
8
out due to a
on the
possible
season.
injury.
Those are some of your league leaders and some of the prominent stats on the season. Here we go. Ellsworth back to pass. 3rd down and 16, looking short with the slip screen, and
Swing pass
the running back will be tripped up. And Schaefer again getting a tackle. He's got a good start to the second half. 37-7 is your score. 4th and 13 coming up from the 43-yard line. 9 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Brings up 4th and long.
This Triton defense has looked awesome today.
Keep punt formation.
And the punt is up, going all the way back to the 25-yard line and brought in by Thorpe after he juggled it. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for Iowa Central.
Terry
Coming
Thorpe
up.
for the fair catch for Iowa Central. Will be marked at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Tritons.
Here come the Tritons. Dallas Sauser returns to the field. He's out there with Hall, Anthony Hall at running back. 2 wide to the left. Anderson goes in motion on the left side of the field as well, and a lone receiver right. Back to pass. He's got a lot of time to throw it, and it's going to end up in the dirt just
Sauer's
in
pass
front of
incomplete. Intended for Darian Gilliam.
Darian Gilliam. Gilliam looking for his first reception on the day. That's his second target. 2nd and 10, 37-7. One thing that I love about this Triton offense is they get everybody involved. I mean, how many different targeted receivers have there been today? 7 or 8? Very impressive, especially to have the day they've had as well. There's been an incomplete pass for Gilliam. They try to get him involved once more. 3rd and 10 coming up again from the 25-yard line. But as I was saying, all 4 receiving touchdowns have been to different receivers. The 5th touchdown came from a rushing touchdown with Sincere Bowers, so he has 2 on the day. But I love the way they spread it out. Because if you're on defense against them, you never know what's coming next. There's not one highlighted player on the field. There's 5 of them. Tritons back to pass, firing just over the head of Io Bombadele in double coverage. 3 and out. Tritons will show punt. 8:34 on the clock.
Sione Fafita to punt for the Tritons.
I'll tell you what, this guy has not been talked about enough either.
Amir Nixon back deep for the Panthers.
Sione Fafita, the punter of Iowa Central. He's had a good season. And a really good day. Gets a snap. Punt is up. Crossing the 50. Oh, yeah, that takes a Triton bounce. Still running. Got the return going to the 40. Almost the 45, lunging forward. He'll just end up shy of it at about the 43-yard line. That return made by Amir Nixon. Nixon has, since the beginning of the second half, has switched as the primary return specialist for Ellsworth. And he's had a pretty good day.
Ellsworth has the ball 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
37-7. Working is still not on the field. Ellsworth, after working, was rattled from that fumble that was recovered by Ellsworth from the drive before. Kellen Cockrell has came in. And Ellsworth is down 1 offensive lineman. He appears to be confused on the play. Ellsworth might take a timeout here. And they still have enough time to snap it. Looks like they'll go with it from the gun. Trips left. Back to pass. Stepping up, Cockrell will tuck and run. And he'll make his way out of bounds.
Kellen Cockrell, the quarterback, scramble. Forced out of bounds by Aiden Burrell.
2nd and 7 coming up. Your NJCAA Division I football rankings heading into today. Hutchinson number 1, Iowa Western number 2, Georgia Military College number 3, Snow College is 4, and Garden City Community College is number 5. Find the full list online at njcaafootball.com. Tritons 2 and 5 heading into today. Ellsworth 0 and 6. A Triton win would be a staple
Jamari Brown on the
to start
carry.
their streak.
Tripped up by
Hopefully a winning
Jamari
streak
Corbin.
to close the football season. We'll talk more of their schedule coming up. 3rd and short coming up. 3rd and 2 after the halfback slash.
32 Ellsworth.
Oh, and a new ball carrier from that last play. Apologize, I did not catch that pre-snap. That's Jamari Brown checking into the game of DeKalb, Illinois. And a brand new quarterback, the 3rd quarterback of the day for Ellsworth. I was told that they were going to try 3. They tried 2 in the first half. Here's their 3rd one in the second half now. This is Gabriel Robinson of Burlington, Iowa. From the gun. Oh, and it goes way back. That was launched all the way back there. Tritons looking to recover. Ball on the ground, still on the ground. Got to sniff it out. Did the Tritons recover? I don't know.
Recovered by Iowa Central at the 8-yard line of Ellsworth.
The Tritons do recover. Fumble recovery night. I'll tell you why I'm cracking up in a sec. A.J. Russell with a fumble recovery. First of all, is that not the longest snap you've ever seen go back? That went back nearly 30 yards. That'll set the Tritons up inside the 10-yard line on offense. Ty Purdy comes out for Iowa Central. And by the way, that is their 15th forced turnover on the season. Number 15, not including turnover on downs. Their 7th fumble recovery, and they have 8 interceptions on the season. Very impressive Triton defense, ran by
Ethan Schultz on the carry.
Jeremy Conley, defensive coordinator of Iowa Central. From the first and goal,
Brought down
Schultz is
by
stopped from the first carry.
Ingrid
They'll try
Palos.
again. I was cracking up because both Conte and AJ Russell were racing to try to get on the ball first, and and Conte was just short of it. He put his hands up to this guy like, "Ow!" You know, he wanted it bad. He's had a great day today. I'd say Conte was the best player of the first half on either side of the ball. Oh, I love this. Great design play. Ty Purdy rolls to his right, flips it out just short into the flats, wide open. Catch made by Achille Maddox, and another Triton gets a touchdown today. Another receiving touchdown. Again, this time it's Maddox with a 5-yard rollout to the flats. That came from Ty Purdy that time. And the PAT is up. And
There's a penalty marker on the play.
Penalty on the play. Penalty. Hang on, let's keep it right here. Let's keep it right here. The Tritons come off onto the sideline. Looks like it'll be enforced on the kickoff. PAT is good. Let's keep it right here. We're going to keep it just right here. That makes the score 44.
A legal participation penalty is declined by the Tritons. 12 men on the field for Ellsworth.
Canola oil
Next
now.
point is good, making it 44-7
They've done a great
Iowa
job.
Central.
After a slow second quarter, they've looked really good in the second half. Again, let's keep it right here. They're just moments away from kicking off back to the Ellsworth Panthers. Man, the Tritons have looked good today. Going over their schedule once more. Coming up next on November 2nd, they'll be at Independence Community College. November 9th, their final home regular season game of the year against Garden City Community College. And on November 16th, they'll be at Butler Community College. All of those really, really strong football programs.
Calvin Swinney and Jabari
Looking
Brown
to
are back
finish out the regular
for
season
Ellsworth.
strong with 4 wins in a row after today. 44-7.
Swinney on the return.
6:15 on the clock, and here comes the return. This time it's Swinney. Swinney just past the 25-yard line.
Brings
Good
out
for
the
a
27-yard line. Will be
18-yard
first and
return.
10 for
He'll be
Ellsworth.
set up on the 26.
Caleb Moore with the tackle for the Tritons.
Again, man, Ishmael Conte has been just so fun to watch today. He came in today as the second place holder for most tackles on the Triton defense, and he may leave with the most today. He's been all over the field. He's been breaking up passes. He almost had the fumble recovery earlier. And that's what made me crack up. Really, this whole Triton defense, but Conte has really shined today. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line from the gun here. Looking at Power slanting over the middle, and pass is broken up.
Cockrell's pass is incomplete, intended for Amir Nixon.
Nixon, the intended receiver. Pass was broken up by Caleb Moore.
2nd and 10, Ellsworth.
Don't forget Twan Wilson, who had the interception from earlier. What I love about that is he had an interception last week as well on homecoming night against Coffeyville, and he didn't start in either of the games. Still came in, proved his worth on the field. 2 interceptions in back-to-back weeks.
Swing pass is complete.
That's a really good 2 weeks.
To Swinney.
44-7. They try a swing pass to Swinney. Nothing will go there. 3rd and 10 from the 26 coming up, under 6 minutes
Tackle
to
for
go.
loss by Ismail Conti.
And again, I'd like to remind you that you can go back and listen to previous football broadcasts for the Iowa Central
3rd and
Tritons,
10.
or previous basketball, wrestling, soccer, I already said wrestling, I'm sorry. from the past at Triton Nation's YouTube channel. Years of broadcasts there. You are an alumni, or maybe a family member or friend was, you could go back and make sure to watch that here at Triton Nation. Here goes Ellsworth firing over the middle of the field. Brought in. Is that hot? Oh my goodness, it was. What a miraculous
Pass was
grab.
ruled complete at the midfield marker.
Hey, look, Parker
Now will be
making
changed for
that
a 1st and 10 for Ellsworth.
That's the first time I've called his name today.
Kaysen
He's a shorter guy.
with the reception.
He really got up there, made the grab. It came down pretty hard. No correction. That's Caden De Silva. No, that's not right either. That is Kaysen Boyer. That's Kaysen Boyer who made the
Sweeney on the
grab.
carry.
Stands at 5'9". He's of Iowa Falls, Iowa. So really right in Ellsworth. Hometown kid. That was a great grab. Loss of 2 yards there. Second and
Barney on the
12
tackle
from
for
the
the
48-yard line coming up.
Tackle for loss of 2 yards makes it 2nd and 12 for the Panthers.
Well, 2nd and 12 from the 48-yard line. Go handoff here. Swinney coming in, and another loss of a 1
Sweeney once again brought down behind the line of scrimmage, this time by Ismail Conti.
Athletic Director Coach Twait joins us in the broadcast today.
Loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 14.
Is it on?
Yeah, we got you there.
Okay. All right, Hank. Well, sorry about being delayed down there. I was napping. I had to take my cat nap. No, this is a game the Tritons needed, Hank. With we've had some difficult opponents, about 6-7 of them in a row, and Ellsworth on paper, was not as strong as the opponents that we've been playing, and they've done a good job today. But our guys came ready to play and hit some big plays, and our only snafu in the kicking game cost us, that touchdown. But defense has been lights out, and they've done a good job.
The quarterback scramble.
Jeremy Conley has been awesome today, along with the rest of the defensive staff. Score 44-7. Triton is going to force another punt at
TJ Duff for the tackle for
after that. Thorpe will go back to return this one. And I couldn't agree with you more from what you said about Tritons came in. They knew they were the stronger team. But as I was saying earlier, iron sharpens iron. You want to be disciplined from here on out.
Yeah.
You have a strong schedule from here on out as well.
There's no doubt about it. We can't afford something silly as far as, somebody getting chippy or getting kicked out of the game where you might miss the next game or two, So the game's in our hands. It's 44-7, and we just got to grind the thing out and get ready to. In this off week we have next week comes at a great time. Get some guys healed up. The beauty is we have about 80 or 90 guys not dressed today that are going to play a JV game against Central College in Pella here at 7 o'clock Monday night here at Dodger Stadium, and then 6 days later play Clark's Junior Varsity out of Dubuque right here at Dodger Stadium. So, you're thinking, well, where's everybody at? Well, we have 80 or 90 guys chomping at the bit to play JV football against Central's JV Monday night and a week from tomorrow against Clark. So that's the kind of program coaches built. We have varsity program, we have JV program, and everybody's going to get to play. And it's always a big weekend. And it couldn't come at a better time with the time off, for our varsity to heal up a little bit, get some guys back healthy, and have 3 tough games left with Independence after this one, and then we host Garden City in the final home game, and then Butler.
Yeah, that's a really strong week of competition from here on, a strong month of competition from here on out for Iowa Central.
No question. We have 3 in November, November 2nd, obviously being at Independence, and that's an ESPN Plus game. That's really cool. They only picked 5 in the whole country, and they picked Iowa Central Independence as one of the games. That'll be on ESPN Plus, and that our kids are juiced up about that. I mean, that's doesn't happen very often in junior college football, and you get to be on one of the ESPN channels, and we're there with their announcers and the whole thing at Independence at a 1 o'clock kick on November 2nd. Then our November 9th game here, Hall of Fame, is our Hall of Fame weekend is an 11 o'clock a.m. kick against Garden City is really good. So 2 tough ones, and then in the season at Butler and El Dorado, Kansas, and that'll be a tough one as well. But we're getting back on track here, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
And I'll be there for the Hall against Garden City. I can't wait to be a part of that broadcast. That's coming up again in November. Well, we have some substitutions coming in to the field of play. I see Isaac Weinsand checks in at quarterback for Iowa Central of Hanoga Illinois. This is the first Triton varsity snap that he's taken this season. So another new quarterback, Coach Tway.
Correct. I mean, the two guys in there did a good job. Purdy and Salzer did a real nice hole on the inside zone.
There goes Anthony Hall.
Wow. Well blocked up front by the O-line, and tremendous job in there by Anthony Hall making a good cut. But, this actually is our fifth string quarterback. 1 and 2 are hurt right now. Purdy and Salzer have done a nice job coming in, and they played today, and now we get Isaac in here. So great for him to be able to play in a varsity contest.
Well, here we go. Looking good so far from the gun. Trips right, lone receiver left.
Little inside zone running play, and had he not lost his balance there, he cut back to the right like he's supposed to, but I think his feet slipped just a bit, or he may have popped that one through there for 6-7 yards, but just kind of got back line of scrimmage.
I was talking about this earlier this quarter, Coach. I love how much Iowa Central spreads around the ball on offense, especially in the passing game.
Yeah.
Every receiving touchdown went to a different receiver today.
Unbelievable, and that's hard to guard when you can't double team just one person or one playmaker. We've got several, and what a luxury that is. Here's a big fade route. Ooh.
Just out of reach. Intended receiver that time was Darian Gilliam. They've tried to get him this drive and the previous drive too, and the touchdown just hasn't came quite yet, but keep on trying. They're going to get it to him.
It'd be good for some of these guys that don't get a lot of varsity minutes to get a touchdown playing varsity football, and so this would be a really big. We got 3rd and 10 here, and I don't know if we're in 4-down territory. If Coach might want to work on a field goal opportunity if we miss this or not, with the kicker. We'll see. We'll wait and see.
Well, from the
hopefully we score here. We don't have to worry about it. Oh, nice call. Oh, screen pass, and we had us one. Just a hair high, and I think 9 times out of 10, I guess Anthony probably catches that ball. I think he was looking to run first before he caught it, and he took his eyes off it. It was a tougher catch because it maybe a little bit high, but we had it set up perfectly. I think he just scored.
Yeah, they took a really nice 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then
exactly. Yeah.
They ended up working the routes for the offensive, because you got to think not only are the intended receiver moving, but also the offensive line setting up that slip screen.
No question.
They're going
no
for
question.
It here.
4th and 10.
From the gun, twins on each side. Back to pass, winds in. Over the middle of the field.
Oh, man.
Just through the hands.
Did a nice job. He threw a nice ball, and Jaquez Hall just couldn't come down with it. It was just maybe a hair high, but boy, I know Jaquez would catch that 90% of the time.
Well, Jaquez had it earlier, but he was the one who had fumbled inside the 5-yard line from earlier.
Yep.
So I know he wanted that one. He's due for a touchdown. Unfortunately, did not get it there. But we have plenty of time left in this one. 54 seconds to go in the third quarter alone. It's 44-7. I'm Hank Ambrose. Coach Thwaites joined us, the athletic director of Iowa Central. And Ellsworth will take over. 1st and 10 from the 18.
Ellsworth just shifted into unbalance, so they have a tight end wing and 2 receivers out there. And tremendous job by our defense. They ran an outside zone play, and the defense set the edge, and Pursuit gobbled them up for about a 3-yard loss there, Hank. A great job by the gray shirts, I guess. You say the blue shirts, but they're in gray today.
Oh, and I love these uniforms.
They look sharp. The gray with the light blue on there, they look sharp. Now, I'm a traditionalist. I'm a navy and white guy, but I still think that looks pretty good. Now, if you give me navy on navy, I'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday, Hank.
I love it. A lot of great color combinations Iowa Central has brought in this season. Well, here's a 2nd down and 12 from, looks like the 15-yard line. From the pistol, they will hand off, stretching outside. Here comes Swinney on the carry. Swinney breaks 1 tackle, still
nice
goes
run
forward. They've not been very effective on the ground today. They let that one slip for about 10 yards. 3rd and 4 coming up.
Yeah, big play here. It'd be big if our defense could force them to punt. We're going to have the quarter break, Hank. I'm going to hang in there with you for a while. I stood you up earlier. I'm like that guy that promised his girlfriend to be over there about 7 o'clock to pick her up, and showed up about 7:45. But I'm going to hang in here with you throughout the 7 or 8 minutes of the 4th quarter if I got permission from you.
Oh, of course. Anytime, Coach. We appreciate you. Well, end of quarter number 4. We're going to keep it right here. Let's talk about more of what's going on from around the NJCAA here, Coach. I wanted to go through some of the standings.
Yep.
I have that on me. One of these sheets. Here it is. So, heading into this week, NJCAA football, Hutchinson's ranked at number 1.
Yeah.
Iowa Western, number 2. Georgia Military College is number 3. Snow College, number 4. Garden City, number 5. You can see all of these different teams Iowa Central's played this season, and they've lost within one possession to the majority of them.
I mean, and the one that just probably eats your heart out is Hutchinson. I mean, there's 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in that game. We scored to go ahead 30-16. We missed the extra point. So we're still up 14 points on their field with 5.5 minutes left, and we just don't finish the game. Make a long story short, we get beat in overtime. That was a crushing loss because, that was number 1 in the country at their place, and we had them. We were playing better than they were.
Yes. They've had a few of those heartbreakers. That's what brought the Tritons to 2-5 so far in the season. Ellsworth 0-6. Tritons lead at 44-7 to start this fourth quarter. Wow, that's a high pop-up, almost picked up.
Yeah, it was a good pass. It just hit the running back, leaked out of the backfield, and the shoulder pad popped up. They were fortunate we didn't have anybody around for it.
4th and 3 for the Panthers.
4th and 3, and they look to punt. We should be getting some pretty good field position. They're backed up there, on their own 24-yard line.
I'd say so. Tyreek Thorpe is the return man for Iowa Central. Now, the last time we saw Ellsworth punt, they did fake it out to the left. They went unsuccessful, but keep that in the back of your mind. Tritons sending just about everybody. Punt is up, crossing the 50, back to the 35-30. Tyreek Thorpe fields it in. He'll take it left, looking for blockers, trying to get past that first wave of defenders. And, oh, shoot, he tripped over himself.
Yeah, well covered there by Ellsworth. And the other thing is when you go for the block, you're on your own back there because there's no one blocking for you. I mean, our defense went for the block to try and block the punt. Well, there's no one blocking for the return man. He did a good job just catching and getting back. So, be interesting to see who coach has in there right now. He's got a bunch of different old linemen in too. Our starting old line is not in anymore. That's great. Keep them healthy, get them on the bench, and with that week off we have, and then get ready for a big 3-game run in November. So. This would be big for these young guys to get in here and make some first downs and put something together on offense.
A few of those sled dogs have been banged up on the season on the offensive
line. Yes, they have.
Tritons go back to pass, looking right, and a new quarterback takes a field. Going downfield, catch brought in.
Very nice.
That's a grab by Clyde Curry. Clyde Curry of Gadsden, Alabama, bringing that last catch in. Brand new quarterback coming in today is Lett of Atlanta, Georgia.
Man, I tell you what. He really did a good job of buying some time. The pocket broke down, kind of shifted out there to his right and rolled to his right and found Curry for a big play.
1st and 10. I love that we're seeing more and more substitutions get the work on varsity football here. Lett looking right. He'll go
very
short.
Nice.
Catch is made, and again, it's Curry making the grab. He'll have a pickup of about 5.
That's just awesome. After you beat them deep like we just did, the corner playing pretty soft, didn't want to get run by, and a nice little hitch right out there, and 8-yard gain. Beautiful.
Short game working today for Iowa Central. I said 5. They're actually going to give them a little bit more. Forward progress, 2nd and 1 from inside the 30. From the gun, H-back in the set, doubles left. Here's that H-back going in motion, moving to the slot. Lone receiver right, and they hand off.
No, boy, zone read.
Here is Lett.
Beautiful read by the quarterback. He put that ball in there deep, and the defense sunk in there. Defensive end went for the back, so he stepped around, got 7-8 yards. Beautiful play.
Read option there. Kept it himself. Took it for a first down and a little bit more even. 1st and 10 inside the Ellsworth red zone. Ball's placed on the 17-yard line.
I like the fact that Coach Montalto's not backing off the accelerator. These guys deserve to run our offense. They deserve to be able to run and pass and run our RPOs. That's what they practice. And you're not just going to take a knee because we're ahead 44-7. Let these guys, playing a game, the stuff they practice all week long. This is big.
Well, here's the truth, too, is this helps out Ellsworth, too, because, they still have a few games left on the season. They're trying to improve on defense.
Absolutely.
They're not 100% sound back there. And maybe now they're facing a little bit more easier, not easier competition, but a competition that has not been in as much.
Yep.
So a better chance for a more even side.
No question. Good for both teams. Yeah.
From the gun, twins on each side, following the motion. Back to pass is Lett. He'll step up to evade pressure. Lett takes off again. Boy,
wow.
He's got speed. And
wow,
he goes
is that a great play?
Into the end zone. Yes, it is.
That
give him 17 yards on that last rushing touchdown. That's Mikal Lett of Atlanta, Georgia.
Tell you what, he put his foot in the ground, had a little different gear, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I mean, you think about a guy like that. What would he do in high school football? And now, right now, he's probably our 5th or 6th team quarterback. That's how deep we are at QB right now. I mean, that's just amazing, the talent that Coach Montalto's been able to get at that position here.
It's really impressive. I have the PAT come up for Gustafson. Gustafson's been 100% on the day. Let's see if we can keep it like that. It is up, and it is good. 51-7. We're going to go ahead and take a minute timeout up here in the booth. We'll be back with the kickoff coming up right after this on Triton Nation.
We're CJ Bio. In 2012, we opened the only biomanufacturing plant in North America right here in Fort Dodge. Now employing over 200 people in the local area, we've had amazing success in lysine production as an environmentally friendly animal feed. And just as important as our business has been the warm welcome of the Fort Dodge community. We here at CJ Bio want to thank the people in the city of Fort Dodge for giving us the best of all things, a wonderful home. CJ Bio, amazing people, amazing community.
Triton Nation, back to your play-by-play coverage. I'm Hank Ambrose. Coach Twits joined us up in the booth as well on color, and we are here broadcasting the ICCC AC matchup this week between the Iowa Central Tritons and Ellsworth Panthers. Triton's been on a roll in the second half. 51-7 is the score. Both sides have all 3 timeouts remaining.
Really nice coverage by Ryan Russo there, number 0. Against the wind, we kicked a high one, and Russo got down there from Pennsylvania and made a great play for us.
He's been fun to watch today.
Yeah, flying around out there. Yeah, this point of the game, you're just hoping to get lots of guys in, play good, solid fundamental offense, defense. Don't get anybody hurt. You get ready for the next one, you know.
That's exactly right. Well, here we go. Snap on the ground. He'll pick it up and run with it. Try to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, great play by the quarterback there. I mean,
Cockrell.
They've had a bunch of problems with their snaps from center, you know, and unusual for a college football team to have that many problems. But he did a great job of catching the low snap and getting 9 yards just on a kind of an inside zone running play to the quarterback. Was not designed that way, just worked out.
2nd and 2 coming up now for Ellsworth. Twins right, blocking back in the set. They will hand off inside. They go back to Swinney. Swinney is very elusive. Oh, helmet came off.
Yeah.
He'll get down safe. That's always dangerous.
No doubt. Especially when you have the ball, because everybody's coming after you, and you don't have a helmet on, and their helmets are coming at you. There's no doubt about that.
No kidding. And it appears he is okay. I didn't see his head get to the ground or anything like that. He will have to come out to sit for a play.
Yeah, he'll come out. I tell you what, I've been impressed with that young man because he's not gotten a lot of great blocking, but I tell you what, when he has, he's taking full advantage. Plus, he's returning punts, returning kicks, and I mean, he's got to be a tired young man when this baby's over. He's getting a lot of workout today.
I'd say so.
Really impressed with him.
As Ellsworth comes back out, they're showing pistol this set. Triton's keeping a 3-4 look on defense. Handoff inside. Bounce it out.
Zone, nice, well blocked up front, and really a nice run by the tailback. That tailback has had a lot of reps today. It's let's see here, 32. Drake. Oh, I got the wrong roster. My fault. Adrian Paulos from Rockford, Illinois. He made a nice run there.
Gain of 11 yards from the previous play. 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line on the Triton side from the gun. And they keep it with the quarterback, Cockrell.
Yep. RPO there. He read the defensive end. He read it perfectly. Our DN come down on the dive. He stepped around there, made nice 3 or 4 yard gain. It's like he's gimping off the field a little bit. New quarterback in now.
Now, earlier, Working came out. Working was their starting quarterback today. So will they go to a third? I didn't catch the number there. Is it the
Gabriel
number 18?
Robinson, I believe, from Burlington, Iowa, number 18, I believe. I believe it's.
Yep, that's right.
Or no, I think the quarterback. Yeah, 18. 18's the quarterback.
2nd and 7 now from the 36. Another zone inside. Wrapped up there. Conte was around the vicinity, but I think getting there first was the 24 of Iowa Central. I believe that's Christian Barney of North Liberty, Iowa. And yes, it was. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Big play here. 3rd and 5 for the defense. And we have some of our guys that don't get a lot of varsity reps in there. And this is great for them to be able to play another varsity team in a varsity football game. This is awesome.
And for those that have more years of eligibility, it just gives them more time on varsity.
No doubt. No
Back
question.
To pass. Looking right, firing. First down is there, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, we were offsides. They kind of had a free play there. We were offsides. My guess is they'll decline the penalty and just take a nice 10-yard gain on the pass play.
As they should. Coach Montalto came from Ellsworth Community College.
Yeah, I hired him. In other words, I was the head guy here for 22 years, and I knew a year ahead of time that I was going to be, after the 17th season, I was going to transition to the athletic director, and saw what a great job he did at Ellsworth. Had a lot of respect for how he ran things and the talent base he was able to recruit and coach and cultivate. And he was my first call when trying to find my replacement, quite frankly. And he's done a masterful job here. Put together a great staff and a great culture and environment, and gets the numbers saying we want to play a varsity and a JV schedule, but still have the elite talent to compete at the highest level too in junior college football, and he's done a great job with that.
It's Coach Montalto, head football coach of the Iowa Central Tritons. Back to it on offense. Here comes Ellsworth. Oh, fumble going out of bounds. Another penalty on the play.
Yeah, they ran a little short drag route. They're going to call for offensive interference. It was almost like a block in the back at one point after he caught the ball, so I think it'll be a 10-yard penalty assessed against Ellsworth.
That's right. That'll bring it back. 1st and 20 coming up. It's going to be set on about the 33-yard line, I believe. And again, for all home broadcasts, you can continue to watch here at Triton Nation. I'm Hank Ambrose. Coach Twaitis joined us up in the booth as well. 51-7 the score, 9:29 remaining. And don't forget, on Triton Nation's YouTube channel, you can also go back and watch previous broadcasts of football, basketball, wrestling, and more.
We're blessed to have you, Hank, doing the games. You add a lot to our, to our live stream with football, and we couldn't be more proud to have you back in the saddle, helping out on Triton football Saturday afternoons. And like I said, I thank you from the bottom of my heart as the AD, and it means a lot to the grandparents and parents and friends of their former coaches that can't be in attendance to be able to watch a live stream with the voice of Hank Ambrose calling the game.
Well, I appreciate that greatly. Over the middle of the field,
You bet. Pick.
Interception. That is forced turnover number 16 on the season for this Triton defense. Here he comes.
Oh,
still on his feet and running.
There we go.
Oh, my goodness. Top play of the week. Look out for this one. Coming in hot all the way to the end zone. Hold on to it. That's
Touchdown.
6.
Pick 6 from about 82 yards away.
Wow. Triton score once more, and this time on defense. That time it's the number 6, Caleb Moore of Powder Springs, Georgia.
Now, Hank, they had a wheel route there, and the guy down the sideline, there was no one within 15 yards of him. If he'd happened to throw it to him, it'd been a touchdown. Instead, he went to the post down the middle, skinny post, slant, whatever you want to call it, and overthrew it right to our Triton, and what a great run. Holy cow, he broke about 6-7 tackles. We might want Coach Simmons looking at him at running back the way he ran that baby.
As Caleb Moore on the return, the pick 6, good for Iowa Central. And it goes through the upright. That's good, making it 58-7. Well, Coach, I'd like to say thank you for the kind words. It means a lot to be back. This is my 5th season with Iowa Central football, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Well, we're proud that you are back with us, and it means a lot to us. And it's you add so much to the broadcast. Plus, you bleed Triton blue like the rest of us do, and that resonates. That shows through, and it's just great to have you here. And for junior college football, with the band that we have, and the dance team, and the cheer team, and the kind of football program coaches assembled. It's an environment really unlike any other in junior college football, because it's just a dead environment if you can't replicate what goes on out here at Dodger Stadium for our home games. And you adding to the home game broadcast just is a cherry on top of the cake. So thanks for doing it.
Well, of course. You're welcome. And again, I love to do it. And those words mean a lot to me. So I'm very proud to be back for Iowa Central and to be back for the rest of this season and from here on out.
That sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful.
Well, Iowa Central, they've had a great day so far today, 58-7. 9 minutes still to go in the fourth quarter, and here comes the kickoff from Gustafsson, and he's had a busy day with his leg as well.
We'll put his leg on ice after this, baby. He'll need about 3 days off, probably.
And that goes all the way back to the 15-yard line. Swinney on the return. He's got legs, like you said earlier, Coach.
Yeah.
Bringing it. Oh, ball on the ground.
No.
They'll whistle it dead.
They're going to call it down. They're going to call him down. I think it's the right call.
Yeah, it'll stay with Ellsworth. So they'll take over 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Oh, got a penalty marker down, too.
1st and 10, Ellsworth at their own 34-yard line.
Waiting on the official call there. I don't know if I picked it up. They might have picked up the flag even.
Looks like they did. They have the ball on the 34-yard line. Their left hash mark. They've got twins right, H-back right, split left, running back offset strong side with the H-back, inside zone. I tell you what, he's a good running back. A lot of respect for number 20. You know, he's returning punts, he's returning kicks, he's carrying the mail. He's done a heck of a job today.
That's Calvin Swinney we're talking about of St. Louis, Missouri. He's been all over the field. He just had a net gain of about 20 yards on the return. Then they went straight back to him for a 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3.
He'll get a much-deserved day off tomorrow, I'm sure. Well, great job by the defensive linebackers there. They tried to run the exact same play, and to no avail. We tightened up our chin strap a little bit down our mouth guard and said, we're not getting pushed around on that one. Good play.
That's right. That defensive line, front 3 there, bringing it down for the tackle. Gain of nothing on the play. 3rd and 3 from the 41-yard line for Ellsworth in the white. Tops and black bottoms. Tritons in that gray and light blue. 58-7, under 8 minutes to go here at Dodger Stadium. Empty backfield now. Trips right, 2 left. Swinney will come back to the gun now.
Come back in and be offset to the trip side.
Back to pass, rolling right, going short. Grab is made.
Boy, nice defense. I think sprint out pass, and with Swinney leading the blocking, and I think he only had a 1-yard gain. I think it's going to be 4th and 2, Hank.
Twan Wilson was the one who made the tackle on defense. He had the interception from earlier, not the pick six, but the interception near the sideline.
Yeah,
from the first half.
Done a great job of getting some turnovers today, and that's something we haven't gotten a ton of. But boy, I take that back. We have forced a lot of turnovers this year. Coach Conley's defense has done a good job getting some turnovers. It's a big play, 4th and 2, and you think, okay, it's 58-7. Why is the big play? It's a big play because the guys on this field, this is their Super Bowl right now. They don't get to play a lot of varsity minutes. It's a huge play for our defense that has some backups in there right now. Back to pass, a little slant route, overthrew him.
Just out of reach of the intended receiver that time. Yeah. Tritons take over from the turnover on down.
He was open. He just overshot him just a little bit.
Yeah, that one just a little over the head. Under 7 minutes to go, 6:53 officially. Tritons will take over on the 33-yard line. Is that the official? Or rather the 43? Here they come. And they bring back on their first substitution quarterback. Wiseman takes the field.
Isaac's back in, right?
Yep.
Illinois, young man from Illinois.
Well, 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. H-back in the set as well. Let's see if they keep him or motion him. They do keep him right on the right side of the field there. Handoff up the middle of the field. A new running back in the play. Nice gain of he did get 10 yards. He might have got 11.
Boy, nice run.
Looking for the jersey. Is that the number 30, I think, Coach?
Yeah.
Going to change for Triton. First down.
Well, let me see. I'm not sure if it's 30 or not. See if I can see a little better.
Maybe 38. Well, anyway, they go right back to him, countering outside, breaking the outside. He's got wheels. Here he comes.
38. 38's his number.
Just out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Just a tremendous block by the wide receiver out there as well. I mean, really a tremendous block.
Well, my 38's listed as a tight end, but it may be Travion White.
No, it's not him. I know we mix and match some jersey numbers on some of the home games and in-state, out-of-state, so I wish I could tell you who it was. I really don't know.
Back to pass. They go back to
another inside zone running play. Ellsworth does a better job bottling it up, but still pushes forward for 2 or 3 yards. Well, he's got some quickness, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Wow.
Now, Coach, if you don't mind, break down the theory behind an inside zone.
Inside zone, it was built for all the slanting and moving defenses. So everybody's stepping the same direction. Generally, you have an H-back or a wing back or somebody coming back across off the backside tackle to block that defensive end. You're trying to work some 2-on-1 blocks up to linebackers and run it between the tackles, but it could hit front side, back side where it cut back. It started off right, cut back left there. And it's for the defenses that slant, move, and stun a lot. And in this day and age of all the movements and stunts and slants, that's the big thing to run, inside zone or outside zone, where everybody's taking your steps. You're not necessarily just double teaming and going backside linebacker. There's gap schemes where it's down, kick out. And there's zone schemes where you zone one right or left, and somebody from the backside comes to kick out the backside in. Right now we're running a lot of zone stuff, and Coach Montel runs more zone than he does gap scheme. And everybody's got a little different take on that, but it's been successful for Coach for many years.
It's a staple in the offense, that's for sure.
You bet. We've gone empty here.
3rd and 7.
Now we've got the running back going in motion.
Back to pass. Isaac looking over the middle of the field.
Ooh,
interception. He's got a lane to run. He's still on his feet and going. 1 to beat. Cutting back over the middle of the field. 2 coming in hot from Iowa Central's offense and brought down to the 42-yard line.
Nice play by the linebacker there. Just, got a pick. And credit our receivers for not giving up on the play and tackling, because if they would have felt sorry for themselves and sulked, they wouldn't have. I'll tell you what, that we'd have been in trouble on that. He's scored.
Adrian Palos of Rockford, Illinois, made that interception. Lined up at linebacker on the Ellsworth defense. And Ellsworth will take over 1st and 10 on the Triton side of the 50 now. And again, a beautiful day for football here in Fort Dodge.
October 19th and having 70 degrees. Are you kidding me? Next week looks nice, too. Even though we're off, next week looks nice. Nice job.
Ellsworth goes back inside, and look at the sea of blue taking over there.
I'm surprised the starting running back's still in there. I mean, I get trying to compete and play till the end, but when you're down 58-7 and that rascal's run as hard and often as he has, I'd probably have him on the sideline, let somebody else take some of that punishment right now, because it's you got to live to play another day some days,
Schaefer got the last tackle there. 2nd and 9 from the 42.
Some really good reps that are needed by your backups in a game situation. This is big.
That's right. Roaming right and firing with pressure. No one around there. Now, did he get out of the pocket?
I think he was close enough. You know, I think when it's 58-7, you give him the benefit of the doubt, quite frankly. I mean, I think don't add any injury or insult to injury.
Well, hey, penalty thrown now. This may be what we were just talking
Maybe I
about.
spoke too soon. You called it, Hank. I was kind of hoping maybe they wouldn't. And
yep, intentional grounding. Well, I'll tell you what.
You called it, Hank. You said intentional ground. I was trying to hope maybe they'd overlook that one, but silly me.
Well, I love this band is so phenomenal. The cheer squad too. The band was so loud I could barely even hear the umpire that time.
I
love that.
Jeremy Smith and that crew, and they have fun. That's one thing too. I mean, not only are they wonderful, at great atmosphere, they have fun doing it. It's not work for them. They enjoy what they do, and they're a riot. Whether they're at a volleyball game, basketball game, football game, wrestling meet, they have a lot of fun and add so much to the atmosphere.
They sound so great. 3rd down and 20 coming up. And Ellsworth still trying to get set. What's on the play clock here? Nothing. Well, shoot, I was checking over. I was like, false start. That's going to bring him back even more. This is 3rd and 25 from the 43-yard line on the Ellsworth side. Going to need a big play here. From what we've seen from their playbook so far, I don't know how many options they have here, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, I know what I'd do. I'd run the inside zone or quarterback power and get out of here. But that's not how people are. Oh, that's a good call. Screen pass.
Slip screen going to the right side of the field.
Call.
Here comes Swinney still running.
Nice.
Almost got to the original marker.
Yeah,
Still
nice
gonna be
call.
11 yards.
Get 15 yards on a nice screen pass. Get to your best athlete, Question why the best athlete's still in the game, actually, but that is what it is. So now, I mean, what they got to lose, they're going to go for it. 4th and 12 here. It's a big play for our defense. 4th and 12. We got some young guys in there. Don't get many reps. Be great for them to bow up here and get that ball back for our offense here.
We got a lot of proof here if you're in on the Triton defense.
Oh,
now.
yeah. This is big. Big
4th
minutes.
and 11. Under 3 minutes to go here.
Another screen here.
They're going right. Swinney still trying to make something out of the backfield. Nothing.
Yep.
And he doesn't get a lot of help either. So another turnover on down.
Well, Hank, I'm going to head down and start getting my stuff ready to go. But thanks for everything. Look forward to seeing you November 2nd when we host Garden City right here in the backyard. Okay, bud?
Can't wait for it. Coach Twit's joined us in the broadcast today. Thanks, Coach.
You bet, bud.
That's Athletic Director Coach Kevin Twait joining us in the broadcast today. Another wonderful game of football at Dodger Stadium. Iowa Central Tritons have looked dominant in the second half. That second quarter, they were a bit cold on offense, but they ended up making it work out at the tail end of this thing. 58-7 the score with the band still sounding off. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go. It's been a good day to be a Triton. Well, Iowa Central here from the gun. 2 anchors inside. They're going to try to run with the quarterback here, a new quarterback in the system. Let's see if I can go deep in my roster sheet to find this young man here. I believe the number 16, Preston Gardner of Clarion, Iowa.
2-minute warning.
And yes, that is Preston Gardner of Clarion. And with that, they will call for a 2-minute warning. They'll take a minute break on the field. Let's take a minute in the booth. More Iowa Central football coming up right after this on Triton Nation. Triton Nation, welcome back to the play-by-play coverage. Coming out of the timeout, needed a long conversion, and Preston Gardner bullied his head down and plowed forward for a first down. Tritons 1st and 10 now on the 46-yard line on the Ellsworth side. Gardner in the backfield, in the gun. Doubles left, H-back in the motion, in the system, rather. And they'll keep it on the ground. Another running back in the system. He's running. Keeping it right, following the lane, and making his way out of bounds. On the carry that time, the number 24, who I have Terrence Topiti of Sioux City, Iowa. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I believe Topiti is correct. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Under a minute to go here. Tritons looking to score with their JV guys. From the gun, doubles left, lone receiver right, H-back from the look. They hand off. Look at that hole. Going, Topiti, still stiff arm. Moving forward, moving the chains again, and making his way into the red zone. Oh, and a line judge comes over to tell the Triton sideline to back up. can't have too many guys crowding that sideline. Well, you can't have any, actually. Got to look out for it. Score is 58-7. Tritons looking to leave, maybe with one more touchdown before we get to 0 on the clock today. Again, still calling plays from the sideline. 18 seconds to go. From the gun, Twins right, lone receiver left. No safety in this formation on defense. 4 crowding the defensive line. It's a 4-3 look. And they hand off to Petey on the ground, and he'll be tackled, trying to make his way off tackle. And that will be the final play of the game. 58-7, Iowa Central Tritons win it at home. They needed a victory. They needed something to gain momentum heading into the rest of the season. And truthfully, I know I keep saying momentum, but that is what's going to drive the rest of this season. When Coach Twait was up here earlier, he talked about how big those rest of the games were on the season. Independence College, Garden City, and Butler. Those are teams not to mess around with. You want to be able to be playing your best brand of football moving forward. Tritons will be back in 2 weeks at home, taking on Garden City. Can't wait for that broadcast. I'll be with you for that one. In the meantime, I'll be signing off in just a little bit here. Not just quite yet, because, again, I wanted to go over what exactly is coming up. So, again, as previously mentioned, November 2nd at Independence Community College. That broadcast will be on ESPN+, if you are a subscriber to that. Then the Tritons will have their final home regular season game against Garden City Community College on November 9th. That will be broadcast right here on Triton Nation's YouTube channel. As of right now, I have that listed as an 11 a.m. kickoff. Be following Triton Nation on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, for the official kickoff time. That's the Iowa Central Triton football page. And then the final regular season game will be November 16th at Butler Community College for a 1:30 p.m. kickoff there. Tritons, a lot of success today. Handful of passing touchdowns. Saw a defensive touchdown today, and also two rushing touchdowns today. One of them from Sincere Bowers, who also had a receiving touchdown. So many highlights of today's game. I can't go over all of them. One of the best players I've seen today would be Ishmael Conte, a starting linebacker for the Iowa Central Tritons. Very impressed by Conte today. If I were to book anything, I'd say that he would be the player of the game, and he would share that honor with Sincere Bowers on offense. Overall, Tritons came in, they executed. There were moments where they went on a dry spell, especially in that second quarter there, but they responded in the second half with a strong effort on offense, and then they ended up leaving today with a big win, 58-7. Kudos to the band led by Jeremy Smith, the cheer team, and all involved to make Triton Nation a loud, ruckus place here at Dodger Stadium. And before I go, kudos to the football team on both sides for Ellsworth and Iowa Central, and a big thank you for Rusty for getting us on here on YouTube at Triton Nation. But in the meantime, I'll be signing off. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Until next time, this is Hank Ambrose with Triton Football on Triton Nation.